You are now listening to the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast.
My name is DJ Vince Adams. I absolutely appreciate what the Chicago Clubhouse crew is doing for the city of Chicago.
Hey, young world, what's good? It's your boy Bernard Berrien, a.k.a. B Twice.
What up? This is Rasheed Davis, former Chicago Bear wide receiver.
Hey, my name is Lemuel Stinson, a.k.a. Lemonhead, formerly of Chicago Bears.
What's up? My name is C.J. Watson, former Bulls guard and bench bomb creator.
This is two-time six-man all-star baller Ricky Deuces Pierce.
What's up, people? This is Chicago radio legend Rick Party, the voice you hear everywhere.
My name is Pee-wee from the movie House Party.
This is Megan Martinez from the Good and Funny podcast.
Hey, this is Bubba Ball from Shit's podcast.
Hey, this is Nika from One Shot Wellness, repping from the ATL, dropping some drips on that Chi-Town Clubhouse podcast.
This is Sherry, and you're rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast.
You are now rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast.
You're now rocking with Chicago Clubhouse Podcast.
And you're rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast.
And you're rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast.
Where they think they know everything.
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 But they don't know shit.
But they don't know shit.
But they don't know shit.
But they really don't know shit.
But they really don't know shit.
But they really don't know shit.
But honestly, they don't know shit.
Hey, I smell something. I smell podcast. The Chicago Clubhouse Podcast Show.
They really don't know shit.
You already know what time it is.
You see this Eddie Jackson jersey right here? Take this.
This dude literally just took my soul.
So I didn't like playing with Brett Favre at all.
You could have waited until the draft if you wanted to look at another quarterback. You didn't have to sign Andy Dalton, who is really nothing but a backup.
Evander Holyfield is 58 years old. What you want to fight a 58-year-old man?
But man, he wants to keep fighting.
Because he want to fight him. Okay, it's an exhibition.
But yeah, it's an exhibition because
this ain't Drago and Apollo Creed, man. Ain't nobody about to.
Man, Martin and Tommy Hearns was an exhibition. You saw what happened to Martin.
This could hurt.
Thanks, Hayden. Nothing but the best.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, bro, tough for real, man.
Yeah, man. He like tougher than some grown folks I know, man.
So that as a coach, your job is to give your players the best opportunity to have success.
Michael Jordan, when he came back at LeBron James' age, he was a straight up nothing.
That is blasphemy on his computer right now.
Because I'm gonna tell you something. Without Dennis Rodman, I couldn't see them winning like they did those second three championships. I can't see it.
I agree.
And now I'm the voice of SportsCenter on ESPN. Now on SportsCenter. Tonight, LeBron James. And whatever.
Do you guys really coach how exactly to tackle correctly? Because I see it all over the league now. People cannot tackle like they did whenever you guys played. But do you guys practice tackling at all?
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the podcast where we think we know everything, but we don't know shit. As you can see, my background is a little different. I am in Charlotte, North Carolina right now. And it's hot as fuck. Man, I'm not even kidding. It's hot as hell over here. I swear to God. But you know what? I would rather be over here than Chicago. Right now in Chicago, I think it is a storm. But we're going to ask our boy as soon as we get them in here. I think it is a storm going on over there. I know I had to call and check on my parents last night. Man, they said it was like pitch dark and wind was blowing and shit. Hey, I'm over here. I'm over here. So I'm glad to be burning up hot rather than being that. But yeah, so we have a good podcast coming up for you tonight. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. We got our guy Loki Del Rivero. On the promo, I said Rivero, and Loki told me put some respect on my motherfucking name. And I was like, hey, you're right. You're right. I gotta put some respect on your name. So Loki Del Rivero. He will be on. He is a Bears enthusiast from across the border. So in Mexico, and he has a large following, and he has a lot of Bears groups that you should join if you have not already. And yeah, he's a Bears fanatic like us. So we're gonna talk to him, and then we're gonna talk to Joey Herring. He is pretty much a flag football boss. He started a league, and it has blown up into this big flag football league, coed flag football league in the city of Chicago, one of probably the biggest and most competitive. You know, you got players like Rashid Davis that plays over there. Jason McKee used to play there. Kelvin Hayden, he used to play or he still play. I don't know. Shit, I used to play in there. Yeah, I did more coaching than I did playing. My playing days are pretty much done. JB still plays in that league and be winning awards and shit. Foulmouth, I don't know if he plays now, but he used to. And Frank the Tank, I don't know if he did, but he should have. as big as his ass is, he could have been the line. No, I'm just kidding. Well, no, I'm not kidding. Frank is the Tank. But yeah, so we have a great show, and then we are going to rearrange that the 10 top wide receivers for the Bears since 1980. I posted that a while ago. We're going to keep on chipping away at that, and then we're going to end up with some Tank's Topics, which is actually a new segment that we're going to have. So, I mean, let's have some fun, man. And I want y'all to get in the chat, light it up, ask questions, make comments, say something funny, curse if you want to curse, because you know this is a show where you can say whatever the hell you want, non-judgment zone. This is non-judgment. You can say whatever you want. We may not agree with you, but you can say it. All right. So let me bring in my all-star team. First up, the man that knows every single stat from every single team, basketball and football, since the 80s and 90s. My main man, JB.
What up, T?
What up, JB? That's Will Smith, huh?
It's 100 degrees out here in Chicago.
Boy, it's slapping hot over there, isn't it?
You
see what I did right there?
I did.
I said it's slapping hot.
It's slapping hot. But that's how I'm feeling today. You know, that's my intro music, my superhero music today.
For y'all that didn't get that joke, you know, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. So I said it's slap. Never mind.
I got it.
yeah, JB, you got it. So next up, my man, who probably has the foulest mouth in the city. Foul mouth. See?
What's going on, fellas?
What up, foul mouth?
Shit, nothing much, chilling. Yeah. I was about to say like an MF, but I'm gonna start it off kind of light today.
Man, we need to bring back.
Salute.
Yeah. I mean, it's too late now. I was going to try to sit up there and not curse so Frank can be able to listen to this at work, but you guys already took the cake, so fuck it. You know, might as well go on and just kick it off.
little something like that, man.
And it was hot as hell today because I was out there in that dry ass heat.
Me too.
Damn it died.
I know the series isn't over, but didn't you pick Boston?
I said I wouldn't be surprised if Boston won. I think it's still gonna go 7.
JB, did you pick? No, I don't think you did.
I was GSW in 6.
Yeah,
it's on the record.
Yeah, you said the same thing I said. So our next All-Star said Boston. Boston. I don't know if he said 6 or 7, but I know he said Boston. And he is the rookie of the team, even though he's not that new anymore. He's still the rookie. My man, Frank the Tank.
Yes, I picked Boston.
Y'all like this? Y'all like the series over?
That white boy bullshit. I always count on my man Frank.
Hey, gotta count on them white people sometimes.
Right,
damn good song, man. Damn good song right there. But yes, I picked Boston in 7. Still holding it. I'm still holding Boston in 7 because guess what? There has not been one impressing thing that any of those two teams have done in this playoff right now, other than flop. And like this has to be the most embarrassing NBA final I have ever seen. Like I posted on the podcast page and I had a lot of likes on it too. It was like I seen more flops at a sandals resort. Right? Like, it's insane. It's embarrassing.
I like that one.
Embarrassing.
It is. I like that one too. But I mean, since we dug into it while we waiting on our guests, that's a problem with today's NBA. Chris, we grew up in the 90s. T, you get 80s, 90s. Frank,
I was 90s too, yeah.
We look at basketball from a different lens. They had more skill. Like anybody can shoot 100 threes and make 40 and say I'm a great shooter. Like, really? Are you? Even though 40% is good. But it's like all you're doing is run up and down, flopping, and taking threes. Like that's so boring. Like
they shoot threes like they free throws.
Right. Yeah, you being the stat guy too. Like, what year was it when they started fining people for flops? Why can't they start doing this stuff?
That was just a few years ago, actually.
Yeah, that was like 2016, 17, I think.
So the problem is, if we go way back to the Sacramento Kings when Vlade Divac kind of started.
Oh, yeah, he was bad at that, man.
Like, that was like the
Omar Sheik. He was bad at it too.
And when he did it, though, I will say, a 7-footer flopping is a lot different than somebody 6'1", 6'2", you know. So he got a longer way to fall, you know. I saw Gary Payton Jr. do a flop last night. And I was like, man, your daddy is not proud of you right now.
Let's pick this conversation up a little later because our guest is here and we're going to get into some Bears football.
Yes.
So let's bring him in. Loki Del Rivero. God damn it. Make sure you put Del before the Rivero.
Hello, guys.
Hello, Rivero.
How you doing, guys?
Welcome to the show.
Nice.
What's
welcome,
up, man?
Loki. Welcome.
How you doing?
I'm just fine, man. Just chilling here in Mexico City. We have just mild showers. The weather is not as extreme as over there in the States right now, but we are just here. Very happy to be here with you. Thank you, T, for the invitation. And let's talk some Bears football.
Man, I wish I was over there in Mexico, man.
Yeah, right now I just got the alert on my phone. Severe thunderstorms. Like we're about to get hit with a storm.
Again? You just had one last night.
Yeah, just
Windy City, man. Gotta love it, though. Windy City.
What is this Wizard of Oz mess we got going on?
JP, my girl, I just saw her on this meet and greet that we had on Sunday. It was
always love to have new people on. There we go.
Yeah.
Yes, welcome.
Welcome.
So tell us about
always we got the mom. This is the podcast mom right there.
Yeah.
Tell us about the meet and greet you had.
Oh, it was great. I mean, we planned this little event. We thought it was going to be little, but it wasn't. It turned out to be a big event, a big party of Chicago Bears fans in Mexico City. We planned this in order for the Mexican Chicago Bears fans to meet each other, to have the chance to have a beer with us. And we recorded for our podcasts. And I don't know if you had the chance to to check on the groups that I manage in Facebook, the photographs. I mean, it was great. We were like almost 60 people. I mean, it is Woodstock for Mexican Chicago Bears fans. That was Woodstock.
Nice.
Wow. So about how many fans, about how many Bears fans do you think are in Mexico?
No,
that you know of?
We need to take into consideration Mexico has 32 big states, and I think that we would be around, I don't know, thousands. I mean, maybe 20, 25,000 people. I mean, taking into consideration the number of members that we have in our groups in Mexico, I think that we might be around 25,000. There has to be more. I mean, I'm sure that there are more.
25,000 that you know of?
Yeah, that are in our groups.
God damn, that's a lot of fucking fans.
Obviously, because of the 90s and the early 2000s, I mean, there's a lot of Pittsburgh and Dallas fans and Pats fans. But I mean, there's a lot of Chicago Bears fans too.
So Loki, let me ask you, growing up in Mexico City, what led you to become a Bears fan as opposed to a Dallas Cowboys fan? Because I remember that very first game that was in Mexico City when the NFL came there. I remember that game.
Yeah, it was the only international game. Remember that they used to come to the Estadio Azteca, to the Azteca Stadium. It's one of the biggest stadiums in the world. And well, my story is very funny. My aunt migrates to the States in the 70s to live in Cicero in Chicago. Mm-hmm. And then in the Christmas of 1985, she came to Mexico with a lot of stuff. I am her favorite nephew, so she brought a lot of stuff from the Bears, like I don't know, like PJs and hats and T-shirts and everything related to the Chicago Bears. So she taught me a little bit about football that Christmas, and then we watched the Super Bowl together in February '86. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, I was 7. I was trying to understand the game a little bit, and it was shocking when they named Richard Dent as the most valuable player. And I was like all confused and shit because I remember I told my aunt, but isn't the people who actually score the points have to be the most valuable in the game? This guy plays defense. I mean, I am all mixed up now. So from then on, I tried to learn a lot, as much as I could about the sport, and I'm a Chicago Bears fan since then.
I don't think you could never prove that at defense that they had back then as non-valuable players, though, man. Like,
yeah.
It's one thing I regret is I wish I was alive during the time they won the Super Bowl. I was born 2 years after. Like, come on.
Well, I was 7, but I remember I enjoy it. And well, you know what happened after that. I mean, it's been difficult times.
Yeah.
So Loki, tell me about playing football in Mexico. Do a lot of people play American football? I know football is known as soccer over there, right?
Yeah, I mean, soccer is a little bit more popular, but as we call it here, American football has become a very popular sport too. I used to play in high school. I couldn't play college, but we have now, there is a boom. There is a very strong boom with the professional league in Mexico. So
I read about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So remember, a couple of years ago, Chad Ochocinco came to Mexico to play for one of our teams. Mm-hmm. And that helped a lot in order to give a lot of advertising to the league. And well, yeah, people love American football here in Mexico. I was reading one question in one of our groups, the Bears. I don't know if you're members. If not, please join. The group is the Bears. And there was one guy, he asked me one of the most ridiculous questions ever. He said, well, but in Mexico, they don't play football. How can it be that they even like American football? And I was like, my God, you don't even know. I mean, in Mexico, it's very popular when the teams come to play to Mexico. 85, 90,000 people in the Azteca stadiums. All the tickets sold out in hours. I mean, it is a very popular sport here.
That's
That's dope. That's awesome, man. See, you got the little Bears cup.
Yeah,
just all Bears out.
It
ain't no little cup. That's the Bears keg. You drinking that Bears keg?
What you got in there, though? What you got in there?
Corona beer.
Corona, okay. You like Corona?
I do.
You love Corona, actually.
Yeah. So, Lo, Tell us more about your podcast and like what type of members that you actually have on there. Like, what's some of the craziest conversations you guys had, Poppy Bears related?
Well, in our podcast, we have had guests like Roberto Garza.
Okay.
He used to play center for us, remember?
Loved him.
So we have celebrities like Rob Abramowitz from ESPN. I mean, we have had many different celebrities here, and it's crazy and it's really fun to have it. It's Wednesdays at 9 p.m. The name is Yarda Cero. That would translate a little bit like 0 yard. And so you can watch it in one of our groups that is Todos Somos NFL. That will translate a little bit like we all are NFL. And you can watch it in our YouTube channel too. So it's been crazy. It's been a year already that we have this podcast, and we try to promote it as much as we can.
That's what's up. Hey, tell me this, Loki. We just flashed up a comment from a guy. He tends to go in on every Bears
Gotta love those
podcast that there is. Anybody that has a Bears podcast, Don Burr, has he came into you guys' podcast at all?
No, he hasn't. But I mean, if you contact me with him, it would be great to have him over.
Oh no! See, that's the thing about him. He doesn't come on as a guest. He just likes to sit up there and pop up and
No,
do his
he has
lurking
never
thing.
popped up. He has never popped up in one of ours, but it would be great. I mean, please join my friend Don Burr. Please join our groups, and you can join us in our podcasts.
Yeah, so y'all can talk about them tired ass Lions.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one positive thing that we can say, a Packer fan might be able to come on here and talk some smack, but I don't think a Lions fan can say a damn thing.
Look,
They
we
can't
tried
say a
that
damn
once.
That's-
You didn't
that's a-
listen.
Sorry, Sherry.
That's another, Frank. That's another of our groups that you need to join. It's I Hate the Packers. We already have 12. we already have 12,000 members already.
You gotta put a Karen Rodgers picture on that.
Yeah.
So Loki, what do you think about what the Bears are doing right now to build their team?
My God, I am really excited as I haven't been in years, really. I think that Brian Poles is definitely what we can call a man with a plan, and it's showing. I mean, it is definitely showing. We could see the magic he worked before the Khalil Mack trade. We had 5 picks in the draft. We ended up with 11. And we ended up bringing really, really good picks, especially he's addressing the weakest parts in our defense, like our secondary. And I think that it's going to be a great year. I don't know why so much hate in the media. You know, I was looking at the rankings of PFF, and they give us the number 32. That's not gonna happen. I mean, you mark my words, that is not gonna happen. I mean, mainly because we have the Atlanta Falcons, mainly because we have the Texans, mainly because Detroit, we know that it's never going to stop being Detroit. I'm sorry, my friend, but Detroit is always going to be Detroit, and we have the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, we are not going to be 32. But coming back to your question, I am very happy with what Ryan Poles is doing. I mean, everybody hated to see Khalil Mack departing, for example, but he managed to get the Chargers to eat all of his contract. That was big, man. I mean, it was a really good move. And I think that it's not going to take long during this offseason that we might see the same thing now that Robert Quinn has the value. I think that it's going to happen. He's going to do the same, and it's going to be a good move. I mean, the romantic people, we would like to see our heroes to retire with the team. But nowadays, the NFL is a chess game, and you have to play it right. So I think that he's doing a great job. I am very excited to see what Mr. Getsy can do with the offense. Now that we know, and now that Justin Fields know that he is the leader, he is the quarterback, the starting quarterback this season. I mean, last season it was a shithole. I mean, we didn't know who was going to start on Sundays, man. It was Foles, it was Dalton, it was Fields. Who the hell? I am also really excited with what they are doing right now with the offensive line. Now that the minicamp started, I have seen very good things. Although today it was a difficult day for the offense during minicamp. I mean, Justin Fields was intercepted by Jalen Johnson. I think that Tevin Jenkins is training with the second team. So I don't know what is going to happen, but I am definitely really excited and really hopeful about our future.
So you mentioned something I want to jump into real quick because you said Luke Getsy. Knowing what he does coming from the Packers, because like that's part of that Sean McVay system. Do you feel comfortable with him being a first-time QB, coordinator, QB coach, everything, to never call plays with Justin Fields as this being his rookie year? How do you feel about that?
I don't know if I could call it confidence, but I am hopeful. I think that he's going to put everything of himself there. I think that he has to prove himself. He wants to prove himself. And now that he has the talent, because the people think that because we didn't bring big names during the free agency, that doesn't mean that the players that we brought, they are not talented. So Luke Getsy has the talent to build. And I am very excited to see what he can do. I wouldn't call it, I'm confident because we have never seen him in this role, but I am excited. That is definite.
Yeah, and another thing you brought up too in your conversation, you brought up how they were ranking Justin Fields and the Bears as to be one of the worst teams in the NFL. And I wish you still had that clip of that piece of shit Detroit Lion Dan Olowski who picked Fields.
Do you have that?
Picked Fields quarterbacks in the NFL this year. And he says it's not a bad it is a bad thing to say something like that.
It's ridiculous.
But and he came out and said they didn't bring weapons around him. I was like, this is coming from a guy who can never break a starting quarterback role. He ran out of bounds in the end zone, 5 yards outside of the end zone, not realizing where he's at. I mean, his point of view in this, I think I'd rather trust Stephen A. Smith's point of view than that clown.
That's rough.
Yeah, that is rough. But like when it comes down to that, and you brought up weapons type related, and I love how you said we don't know. I mean, all these people like Pringle, Kansas City Chiefs said like so many times, they're like, they wish they could have held on to him. He just had so many pieces in front of him. He was never given a fair chance. And same with the guy who came from the Packers too. What is he, 6'5"?
Yep.
He never really broke the starting lineup because he didn't like, the way Aaron Rodgers' hair smelled. So Aaron Rodgers didn't want him to play.
You're saying that like that's his name.
I always say it like that's his name. That's just a diehard Bear fan right there.
But
you also brought up Matt Nagy. I feel like this offense made a significant jump just firing Matt Nagy. Because
you can't help but to improve after that.
You will notice throughout this show, Matt Nagy is kind of a swear word on this show.
It is.
Like, literally, you want to censor it every time his name comes out. But Foul, I think you say a lot worse stuff than Matt Nagy, though, but it's all good.
I don't know. That's pretty
Matt Nagy.
But something that you just mentioned, because what I would like to just bring is always, like we say here, cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
Right?
You don't know what's going to happen. That's the
we
great
don't
part.
know. But just like how Matt Nagy did, and I'm playing both sides here. Matt Nagy kind of snuck up on the league that first year with the 12-4. I'm not saying that that's not possible right now, but I'm just saying like you kind of have to pump your brakes. You have to just wait it out to see what happens. This line, I've just like you said, Loki, I've seen so much shifting in this line. I'm kind of confused. I even read something from Olin Cruz saying that don't be surprised if Sam Mustipher is our starting center. I'm like,
I read that.
You read that too, right? Right. So I was like,
hold your horses.
What? Olin, wait a minute.
Hey.
No, Olin. No.
I don't want Olin whooping nobody's ass on this podcast.
I asked Adam Hogue that question too. He didn't answer.
Oh, did you? Oh, he didn't. Oh, okay. Because it just makes sense. And then like the national media, in my opinion. Now, Loki, tell us if it's a little different down there, but the national media, to me, kind of makes us like a second-class citizen with the Bears team. It's like, we can't get out of our way. We can't do anything right. Do we have a quarterback? Hell, I think out of 32 teams, we're better than at least 10 of them.
Definitely.
At least.
Definitely. The hate in the media in Mexico is not that strong, mainly because they don't cover the Bears.
That's the thing.
They cover
the hate here.
They cover Kansas City, they cover Green Bay, they covered but the feeling in Mexico in the fans mainly, it's that we are not that as bad as they try to make us look, We are not going to be the 32 team. Definitely not. I am sure of that.
It's ridiculous how they constantly sit up there and put the Bears down. And like you said, we can name off probably like 10 teams that the Bears are better than. But the media here, they dog them out. And I tell people this all the time. If anything, last year should show you. Never count any team out. The fucking Cincinnati Bengals went to the fucking Super Bowl and was this damn close.
Almost won.
The fucking Cincinnati Bengals, who has been probably one of the worst franchises, top 5 worst franchises in the NFL, probably the last damn decade.
And Foulmouth, you need to take into consideration that they have the 32nd offensive line of the league.
Yeah, that's got to make you feel good. And that's man.
And they made it all the way.
Exactly.
Oh, I like DJP. She's talking about that we deeply hate the Packers. Love it.
Love that too. Absolutely.
Right.
The Packers.
Yeah, that stinking ass steak.
The Packers.
Yeah.
Smell like shit, but old cheese in that damn place.
I was gonna say, can't even eat an old vintage piece of cheese without thinking of their answers.
I know, right? I just want to go piss on Lombardi's statue out there.
Oh, no.
Take a whole leap and just drink a whole bunch of water and just piss all on it.
So anyway, Loki.
Yeah.
We're starting a new segment today, and you are the lucky. You are going to be the lucky contestant. We are starting a segment of Bears trivia.
Oh my God! I came here to learn.
If you don't know the answers, it's okay. It's all right. It's all in fun. JB probably knows every single answer. Matter of fact,
I'm sure he does.
You guys probably know every single answer. So if you don't know it, it's okay. It's all in fun. We're just having fun.
Maybe he can hint me a little, JB.
I'm gonna push. I'm gonna be your what they call it, your lifeline.
All right, good.
All right. So Frank the Tank has the timer.
Get it.
He's gonna give you a 10-second warning, but you get 2 minutes, and you can answer these questions. I'm gonna ask you 10 questions.
It's more than one. Okay.
Yeah.
Like rapid fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Family Feud up in here, man.
2-minute drill.
Family Feud. Are you crazy?
Hey, Chris.
Is that a buzzer?
You sing. Do the singing. No, I'm just
kidding. I don't know. That shit just came off the top of my head.
Look, that's the Richard Dawson version.
Got the neck twist and everything. All right. So, are we ready, Frank?
Yep, I'm ready to hit the start button when you started. I'll wait until you ask the first question, and then I am hitting the 2-minute. Start button.
Let me get to the questions.
All right.
Oh my God.
We might not know all these.
No pressure, Loki. No pressure. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, you mentioned it already, but no.
I mean, man, you smoking a cigarette?
Yeah.
You starting to shake. I'm thinking.
Right, I know. You ain't nervous out here.
I'm gonna swap to my vape now.
All right, let me find the question.
Hey, Frank, what was that? A little gentleman?
Got my Long Branch whiskey.
Oh, back to the Long Branch? Okay.
I haven't finished it yet, so.
Oh, that's the same one from 2 weeks ago?
That's the same one from last week.
Okay.
I don't drink that much. This is special whiskey right there for special occasions.
Damn right.
Oh, shit, T.
Yeah, he's really gutting into this one now.
Yeah, I know.
He's trying to find the easiest one for me.
I can't find it.
Well, while you're looking, I actually did have a question for Loki, though. While you're looking.
Go ahead.
With people, most people don't know these names in the early 80s, but with pioneers such as Tom Flores, Anthony Munoz, then running into Tony Gonzalez, Ron Rivera, obviously, Tony Romo, a lot of people don't know. Who were some of your Mexican inspirationalists growing into football? You said 86, right? 85, 86?
Yeah. I remember.
So who were some of your inspirations in there?
I remember Raul Alegre.
The kicker.
Yeah, the kicker from the Dallas Cowboys. I think he played somewhere else too, but I think that it was an inspiration for the players here in Mexico, definitely. And nowadays we have some guys playing in San Francisco and in Dallas. Isaac Alarcón is just like this to make first team, so that's going to be very inspirational too. But back in my day, it was definitely Raúl Alegre.
Yeah,
perfect, wonderful, wonderful, great kicker by the way. I want to say. He
very little guy.
Oilers as well, I think.
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah.
Better kickers than some of the Bears kickers we had.
Hey, we got one now.
Go there right
I like Cody Parkey.
Now fouls going off. There you go.
You're not allowed to say that. You're gonna get his PTSD going.
Set him up.
Why did you have to double doink us, T?
Hey, I got my girl. She about to call my therapist now. Goddamn, I got to set up another fucking meeting. You gone and brought up that damn name.
Mind your business. Mind your business.
I'm seeing a therapist about Cody Parkey, Loki.
I know. I just told you he relived some PTSD for you.
Yeah, I got PTSD from that shit.
All right, so Frank, you ready? I got the questions.
Yep, get it.
So Loki, this is a rapid fire.
Right.
If you don't know the answer,
pass.
Say pass.
Right.
All right.
Is it a buzzer?
We're not that sophisticated. All right. First question, Frank, hit it. Who is the running back with the most rushing yards for the Bears?
It has to be Walter Payton.
Ding. What Bears QB was slammed to the ground in a game by a Packer?
Jim McMahon.
Ding. What year was Soldier Field transformed?
1999.
You want a lifeline? Oh no, wait.
Yeah, JB, help me here.
We already said it.
You already said it.
Where might the Bears move to?
Arlington Heights.
Ding. What is the Bears' mascot's name?
Stally the Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Ding. The 1985 Bears did the Super Bowl what?
Shuffle.
Ding. What Chicago Bear is regarded by most
too fast.
as one of the greatest kick return punt returners of all time?
Number 23, Devin Hester.
Ding.
Yeah.
What Bears QB was closest to throwing for 4,000 yards?
Does Andy Dalton count? He had 4,000, but not with the Bears. Maybe
with a Bear.
Maybe I don't know. I'm just gonna say Rex Grossman.
We'll come back to that.
Sid Luckman. Okay, well.
What Chicago Bear was known as Samurai Mike?
Mike Singletary.
Mm-hmm.
Ding. How many Super Bowls have the Bears been to?
2.
Ding. See, you didn't do better.
I got him 7 of 9.
I didn't even get to do the countdown, man.
Did you have a 10th question? I got 7 of 9.
I didn't even get to do the countdown.
Oh, he's 8 of 10.
I really want to know the answers of the ones I failed.
All right, you got who
Eric Kramer in 2000. Oh,
I thought, was that 2021? Was it
the answer 4,000 yards is Eric Kramer.
That was Eric Kramer for sure.
Eric Kramer, all right.
Right, Scott Hawkins, not nearly enough Super Bowls.
And you thought that you weren't gonna do that good. You good.
How many did I get?
8
out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Yeah, that's good.
That's like 80%.
All right, that's good.
Hey, that's passing, damn it. They ain't failing.
Wasn't the renovation 2001?
That's a beat.
Yeah, what about the renovation, JB?
Was it 2000 or 2001?
I believe it was 2001.
Yeah, I thought it was
2000. 2000 going down to
Illinois, Champaign, Urbana. Damn, that season sucked ass too. Oh my God, that season was terrible.
And it was pushed back. We're like, wait, what did you do?
Yeah, that season was
then they moved into the spaceship.
Terrible.
Yeah, that's.
But when we moved into the spaceship, we did have some magic.
We did.
Right, but in Urbana, they started playing like the University of Illinois. Shit.
Oh, no.
Since we went through all those questions, let me ask you this quick question: how do you feel about the Bears moving to Arlington Heights?
Oh well, I think that it's not my place to give an opinion right now because I mean I don't live there. I think I have heard comments that the commute is going to be more complicated. I mean, it's not going to be.
Not for me. I'm a suburban.
Oh, okay, so it's going to be easier for you. But I don't know. I think if we can fit in more seats, maybe it's going to be a good thing. I don't really know. I mean,
have you ever been to a Bears game?
No, but I'm going to be in Texas this year.
Against Houston, Texas with Loki?
That's Houston, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be.
You're going up against Terrence's team.
Yeah.
Because he's Lovey.
No. I'm going to be in Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah.
They're playing Dallas.
Dallas game. I forgot.
I'm sorry.
You're going to Jerry's World, baby.
The Texas game is here, right?
Well, then you and I can meet up because I'm going to Dallas too.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm going to meet a lot of friends there. I mean, we have made a lot of friends with these groups. There is like opinions about me handling so many Bears groups. I handle 36 Bears groups in Facebook.
Jesus.
Yeah, and I handle, for example, I don't know, Chicago Bears Fans Forever, 4 with a number, and we have 47,000 members. Nice. I handle True Bears Fan Zones. We have 33,000 members. I handle the Bears with 10,000 members. I handle NFC North War, 7,000 members. We have also trash talking groups. I handle I Hate the Packers. It's one of my groups, 12,000 members. So people in the States sometimes get pissed because a Mexican guy manages all of these groups. I mean, I don't know why they hate, but
I mean, you get on some of them
haters.
Get that info.
I'm in most of your groups. I think I'm in most.
So yeah, we can meet. I'm gonna meet there with Don Wachter. If you're watching, happy birthday! It's his birthday today, Berman. I'm gonna meet Bernie Stereo, Tim Hadley, Alan Brachter. Maybe it's going to be there too. So I really am looking forward to meeting you, T.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm thinking about making that trip down there too. I haven't quite decided yet, but I'm down. So I'm thinking about it, man. I'm thinking about it.
Chicago invasion.
Man, let's go.
Yeah. It'll be tough to invade Dallas, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
That'll be
So look, have you ever been to a game here at Soldier Field?
No, never in my life.
Like,
never.
One thing, and this is where I was going to lead into like the Arlington Heights thing. Like, it is I mean, maybe it's because I'm a suburban, but it's a pain in the ass for me to get to Soldier Field.
Really?
Like I have to park, a half hour away.
Hey Frank.
Oh my God.
It's a pain in the ass for us to go to Soldier Field.
I know that's the biggest issue. It is, and Chicago's not doing a damn thing to fix it. Like, I mean, that's like a key thing. Like, I used to be like in like the 05s, 06s, and everything. They used to have tailgating open all day. Like I was getting there at 5 o'clock in the morning. I was one of the first maybe 100 people in line getting there at 5 in the morning. And we would have 45, 50 people come with us and only 2 tickets. We would have a giant white van attached to a converter, and we would have a big screen TV, and we would watch it outside the stadium. And literally there was thousands of people just sitting out there and watching it outside the stadium. But now Chicago, the tailgating doesn't open until 9 o'clock. The game starts at noon. You got to leave right there if you don't have tickets.
Right.
It's just they killed a lot of excitement.
Did the Bears do that, or did Rahm Emanuel do that? That's the question.
Chicago did that. I don't think that was the Bears. That was Chicago because according to, and it's sad because I was actually at this game, which is kind of interesting. There were girls who would bring a little RV and everything and give lap dances in the RVs during the games, after the games. Like, it got a little crazy. And then they were stupid and started doing it on the top of the RV so everyone could see. Then after that, the very next season is when they started that rule. So I don't know if there was some crazy, stupid stuff going on, and that's why.
Well, they do that shit all the time in Wrigleyville.
They do that all over. Like it's just now, it sucks that they did stuff like
that.
Now,
Frank, you mentioned that it's complicated for you to get to the stadium, and JB was saying the same, and I assume that JB lives closer to the stadium than you do. So how would you fix the situation? What is it to be fixed?
You can't fix it in Chicago because Chicago won't pay the money to actually fix it.
Right.
Like that's pretty much what they're doing. But Arlington Heights, the Bears will own the stadium. Mm-hmm. They will make it at least an 87,000 capacity retractable dome. So they want to host a Super Bowl there. There's a lot of money right there. and they will have parking all around the stadium, as opposed to, you could park at McCormick Place parking lot, 20 minutes away, and then you have to take like a bus to get to the stadium and everything. It was just a train wreck. And Arlington Heights is going to be so much more neutral, where everything's right around you, and it's not going to take an arm and a leg to get there.
I'm just proposing some madness here because I've always said this. The Bears should move into the stadium. Should have been where the old McCormick Place is.
Oh yeah, I think that's what they're offering right now, aren't they?
Or when they renovated Comiskey Park, they should have put it across the street, because when you go to St. Louis, the Blues, what used to be the Rams, and the Busch Stadium are all right there. Right there. They could have put across the street, bought them the shops out, and had the whole row down 35th.
Yeah, but that's not on. Is that on the lakefront?
No, it would be.
Yeah, they would. That's what their key thing is. They want to keep tradition, and they want to keep it on the lakefront.
Well, I mean, the thing is it's not that far from the lakefront. I mean, shit, you can go down 35th and hell be right there on the lake any goddamn way. So,
right.
Arlington Heights will just have a bunch of pools for you to jump.
So obviously, my boy Diab, he's not necessarily for the Bears moving all the way to Arlington Heights, since he's coming from the south suburbs.
So he might not go to a game.
That long ass drive. What'd you say?
So he might not actually go to a game because that's like 2 hours for him.
Yeah, it's too damn far. I feel you, Diab. I don't want that shit either.
I also heard too, like rumors. Again, I don't know if it's true, but I think it was 87% of the Bears season ticket holders are Suburbans too. So I don't know if that was another reason to move it out of Chicago.
87%.
87%. I don't know if that shit's true, right. Honestly.
Numbers, it's a really high number.
Because remember, in the downtown area, downtown near North, most of those are transplants. They live in Chicago, but they're from other states. That's who makes up that populace. So that sounds really accurate, Frank.
So the pick shouldn't be so fucking high for our team to be losing so fucking much. Yeah, right. Anyway, Loki, you need to come to the shop, man. Come check out a game at Soldier Field, man.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Perfect.
You want cheap tickets anywhere? It's the White Sox.
Let's start a GoFundMe.
No, let's start cheap tickets. Doesn't matter. $15.
Get to Chicago to go to the game. Did you hear me? I said we're gonna start a GoFundMe so we can get Loki to Chicago to go to a game.
I'm game. Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be great.
Let's make that shit happen, man. Let's make that shit happen.
That'd be great. It was complicated because with the pandemic coming over, my visa renewal, it was a mess. So I didn't get an appointment in 2 years. So I just got my renewed visa in January. So I'm ready to go.
Good.
Are we gonna send him out? Are we gonna bring him out there though in the middle of like November, December when it's too?
Hell no! You don't want to be out here when it's fucking cold. Shit, I don't want to go to the game when it's cold. I froze my ass off that year. They got their ass beat by the Patriots in that damn blizzard. I almost lost fingers and toes.
I was at the game where with the wind chill it was -32. -32. That was Atlanta Falcons when Michael Vick was in there.
Hold on. That's crazy you said that because I was at that game. The hot chocolate was freezing.
I was in the nosebleed. The hot chocolate got up to you. It was already cold, and the beers were slushies by the time it got up to you.
That's funny. I was at that game because I was like, I wanted to see Mike Vick.
I dressed warm, but I regretted I did not wear enough socks. My feet were frozen as hell.
Yeah. No, I'm not a Packer fan.
We got another one?
No. That's Richard. That's Richard.
That one,
no. He's a Bears fan.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that could be a make fun of.
So Loki, we appreciate you, man, for coming on the podcast.
Yes, sir.
Talking to us for a minute, man. And we gotta have you back probably during the season. Yeah. And we're going to start that GoFundMe ASAP.
Yeah,
you know what? I am going to join you guys in Dallas. Fuck it. Why not?
Yeah, foul mouth. Come on, man. Come on.
Hold on now. You know you got to holler at me offline because I want to go to that.
Let's do it.
Damn, dude. Now I'm going to have to try to figure out some money.
That'll be great. That'll be great to meet you guys there.
Yeah.
All right, man.
I got family out there in Texas.
Take care, man.
Thank you very much, my friends. I apologize
Thank
to all
you
the
for
people
having-
in the States because, as you know, English is not my native language. So if I fucked it up a little bit, I apologize.
You were great, man.
You were great.
And you even got the profanity words down, man. That's perfect.
Right.
Man, there we go. Fuck.
Thank you
What
very
jersey
much.
is that,
I know.
real quick?
I know. Yeah.
What jersey is that?
Oh, it's Mike Ditka's.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
I love Ditka.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, that
before
one.
you go, Loki,
Favorite pair of all
just
time.
name.
I'm sorry,
Before you go, Loki. I'm
ahead.
sorry. Shit, y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
I was just gonna say, quick one. Favorite bear of all time.
That's what Chris was gonna say.
It has to be Dick Butkus.
Ooh, that's a good
Big
one.
bucks is
Mean
okay.
son of a bitch, right there.
Yeah.
Man.
That's a violent player. I
Kicked out in this modern era.
I didn't watch him play, but I have watched all his videos, and it is really, really violent, man. I loved it.
Yeah. So before you leave, let us know where we can find you at. Give us some of those websites or
that's a lot of
spots where we can find you at.
You can join our groups in Facebook. You know, T, that I am always approving your podcast there, so T knows more or less what the groups we're talking about. So it's The Bears, Chicago Bears Fan Forever, 4 with a number, True Bears Fan Zone, and please join I Hate the Packers. It's really fun.
I will fucking damn sure join that one.
Jesus Christ, did you have to say
I might already be on that one because I join everything that says fuck the Packers.
I appreciate your invitation, T. As I mentioned before, I am invited to another show,
Right,
so
you have
I
somewhere
have
to
to
go.
leave.
I was trying
I
to
don't-
tell these motherfuckers to shut the fuck up.
And he talks about me.
Yeah, man.
When don't we ever stop?
Take care, guys. It was a
Yeah,
pleasure.
fuck the Packers.
Woo, boy, them mouths be going.
And it was a lot of F-bombs dropped right there.
Yeah, I love it. That fits.
Hey,
That fits.
so JB wasn't dropping the F-bombs.
Neither was Frank.
He's a good guy.
I didn't actually say one.
His
F-bomb. I said Matt Nagy.
mom's watching the podcast.
That's kind of
I'm
hey, our second guest, the flag football boss, is ready to go. So we're gonna bring in Mr. Joey Herring from Absolute Athletics. Clap, goddammit, clap.
What up, Joe?
What's going on? What's going on, y'all?
Not much, man.
Brother, feel like I just saw you.
Yeah, you probably did.
Oh man. Hi, Mom. So Joey, thanks for taking the time to holler at us, man. So we just wanted to talk to you a little bit about what you got going on, how you got started in flag football. You go ahead, the floor is yours.
Okay, well, John probably know, but I started, and we still trying to figure out the year. I think it was 2009. Somebody can argue that it's 2010, but it's somewhere around there. I just moved to Chicago, so I had came up here and was looking for something to do, and one of my buddies the night before was like, man, come check out our flag football game. I'm like, I played college ball, so I'm like, I'm not going to see no damn flag football. So I ended up going to the game, and that was back then I was in the zone when they played at Dunbar, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is pretty cool. So I played with that a couple seasons. Then it got to the point where me and a couple other people decided that it was time to start our own thing because we felt like we could offer a lot more and do a lot better than what we were playing in. So that was me and the other people. We started our league. That was CBL Sports. We ran that for about 6 years. Then we just decided to go our separate ways, time with everybody else and, everything else going on with life and everything. So we left from there. Now, that's when I decided to start Absolute Athletics. So I felt that I had been running CBL long enough, and I felt like I could go out on my own and do it on my own. So I tried to do it on my own. I had a lot of competition, and as a lot of people know, we had we call them the flag football wars. It was 2 leagues going on, so that was a lot of competition. But we started with, I believe, 25 teams, and we're up to 30 teams now. We fluctuate between 30 and 32 depending on the season. So,
well, what is the cost to play in these? I know it's different from when I played.
Yeah, it's $1,300 a team. You get 8 games a season. You get in the playoffs, and I always say the big thing is you get in the atmosphere. You take the atmosphere away, is nothing, but you get the atmosphere. You get MVPs, live stats. You're getting championship parties, kickoff parties. It's just a lot of stuff that is included in that $1,300 for everybody.
Okay. And what's the roster size like? It doesn't matter?
We have a 25-person roster, so most of the teams might field 25 people on their team, but you probably could get away with 20 people.
And the teams are co-ed. How does that on the field? I mean, I kind of know already, but I want you to explain it. On the field, how does that work with dudes and chicks? Because dudes always want to dominate everything.
Yeah. The thing is, the women make the league. If without the women, most of these men wouldn't be out here, I'm pretty sure. So that's part of it.
That's one. Look, that's
number one. B, they are actually I think they're more competitive than the guys because it's a lot of top-notch athletes out there that play. So they're playing and they're just as competitive. They play either college sports or high school sports or just have a competitive nature, and they gonna battle all day and argue with you all day and cuss you out more than the guys gonna cuss you out because they take it more serious, I think. But it's definitely a women's game, and the women are just as competitive and just as good as I could probably name a couple girls that's probably better than some of the other guys in the league. They might be mad at me, but it's facts. So it's just a matter of them being out there. They are that talented. Most of them are real athletic and have talent. So it's all across the board.
Wow. Okay.
So Joe, I've never asked you this, but coming from playing D1 sports yourself, how was that transition when you finally joined, and what made you just decide to stick with it? Because it was a little weird when we first get on the field, like, wait, we playing football with women. I know my mom played ball, but I'm like, these ain't my mom. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The women help. I mean, that's first and foremost. That helps bring you. Oh, okay, this is a kicking event out here. But it took a lot for me to slow down because I was fresh, probably a year out of school. So when I'm playing at full speed still. It's a little different. So I just have to adjust and notch it down. I don't know. I want to say her name, Renee. I think that's her name. She's still mad at me from 2009 when she was playing on, I want to say, what's the team name? John, you know, TDG. She was playing on TDG.
Renee Jones. Yeah.
And, yep. And I was going to grab her flag, but I was going a little fast. And I ran her, it literally ran her over. But I kind of slowed down. Oh, she was mad at me. She definitely was mad at me. It's hard. It's hard to slow down sometimes, but you adjust to it once you play long enough.
Okay, all right. Hi, Renee, if you watching, he didn't mean it. He didn't mean it.
I tell her that all the time. I didn't mean it. She know I didn't mean it.
Yeah. Renee like to have fun with stuff like that. She probably tease him on purpose.
Exactly.
Right. Remember what you did to me, Joe.
Right. Yeah, it's just a good time. And I always say it's something that if you from Chicago and you've been in Chicago most of your life, if you come out there, I guarantee you're going to know at least 2 to 3 people. Minimal.
So
hey, Joey, I haven't played shit. I'm retired shit. I can't do that shit no more. My damn knees ache just going out there looking at them run. But do you still think it holds true that the women are really the deciding factor in a lot of these games? Because, men, we can X each other out.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of teams win based off of what their women, the type of women that they have on their squad.
I would say the women is the X factor. Like, if you don't have good women, it's going to be hard for you to win because the good teams have good women. And the thing is, you have to, with the rules, you have to go to a girl every third play. So if you have to go to a girl every third play, if you're taking out your women are just terrible and they can't play, then you're taking out 33% of the game, essentially, if you look at it that way. So they're a third of the game, but they're also, you can see more weakness. You can see more mismatches. I ain't gonna say weaknesses. You can see more mismatches and whatnot with the women versus with the men, because if you have a dominant woman, she's going to more than likely be more dominant than the other person's dominant woman.
Definitely. So do you keep up with our Bears?
I mean, I do. I mean, they ain't doing what I want them to do, but
well, because we've been having some guests have gave a glowing grade. Others have been kind of skeptical. So what's your side? What's your take?
Before we switch up speeds to the Bears, can we get in this last question about?
Yes, good question. Yeah, I didn't hear about this.
Loki, the guy that we just had on, he was asking if flag football might become an Olympic game in the near future.
So from what I've heard, because I guess I didn't drop this one, I'm also a director for a national league, United Flag Football League. They throw a big national tournament down in Florida in January on MLK weekend. So that's something I'm a executive director of operations. I don't even know what my title is. So, but with that being said, a lot of the rumors is that I want to say the 2028 Olympics. It's the one that's in LA. They're thinking about adding it on because I guess when you host the Olympics, you can add on the host country can add on a sport or two that's not normally in there, and flag football was one that they're considering doing. And I know it's a lot of
insane.
It's definitely a big thing. It's because they're doing like a lot of more international bowls that I'm starting to see pop up. So I know
didn't we have if I can say her name, didn't we have a former player that actually did that with Team USA?
I'm gonna say Nadia played.
Yes,
she played for Team USA, and I believe she's still playing because they have a big tournament in July it's actually in Alabama. It's normally international. It's an international bowl, but it's in the US this summer. So it's down there, and it's a big deal. I mean, they travel and go to Sweden and all across the world to play these bowl games, and it's obviously other teams going. I know the Bahamas are big on flag football. I know Puerto Rico. I've seen a Puerto Rico team. I've seen Mexico is huge on flag football. Like I think their women are just as good as the Team USA women. They always play each other in the championship.
Oh wow! Okay.
Do you still play flag football?
Oh no, don't know.
No. When did you retire?
I retired right before COVID. That was my last season. Was the season before COVID. I played like that. I played that spring and summer, and I wasn't gonna come back in the COVID year anyway. I was done.
Okay.
I play a little 5-man every now and then if the team need me, but that's when usually.
You'll be getting that football itch. You'll be getting that itch, and you want to go out there, right?
No, I don't get it. Not no more. I used to. I don't get it no more.
You don't get the itch no more. So tell us some of those big names. Well, tell them some of those big names that come out there and play.
Oh, I mean, since we're on the Bears show, we have Rasheed Davis. He played out there.
Shout out Sheed.
Juice has played out there. Jason Avant has played out there. It's probably some other people that I'm forgetting as far as big names.
Wolf, Jason Davis.
Yeah, y'all know.
Hey, didn't Iguodala play out there for a little bit?
He was playing illegally, but he played out there for a bit.
David Terrell came out and played with Ashley once for a game on Dynasty.
Who did?
David Terrell.
David Terrell, yep. So a lot of people out there. I mean, we forget, and I'm gonna start naming like Didi. We don't think Didi is as big as she is. Didi's a big name.
Didi's huge.
Didi,
college basketball, Chicago Basketball Hall of Fame.
Stephanie. I think it's Raymond is her last name.
She played for the Sky, right?
She played for the Sky.
Yeah.
The list goes on. It's a lot of people, and I don't want to miss nobody because then I feel bad. Then they'll be talking about me next week. So they probably talking about me now anyway.
I was just about to say
like Kelvin Hayden.
Kelvin Hayden, yeah.
So with being the commissioner, talking about you is probably going to come with that.
Yeah, I tell people that comes with the territory. I know there's I'm not gonna please everybody with every decision anyway. So even if I try to please everybody, I'm still not gonna please everybody. So yeah, I make the decision that's best for the league, best for the business, and best to make sure it keeps going, because some decisions people feel that they are bad, but they're actually for the better good, or the intent of them are for the better good.
Mm-hmm.
So
you've done a great job, Joe. Let me just say that. I've known you for years.
Say that again.
How do people join up?
They could go to the website or follow us on Facebook or Instagram. We do have individual signups where if you're looking for a team or you're new to the area. I got a girl right now. She just moved here from Cleveland, and I honestly don't know how she found out about us, but she's been reaching out to me. She is ready to get on the team ASAP. So she came out and seen some games and she said, I need a team. And she didn't call me probably 5 times in the last 3 days about getting on the team, text message and everything. So, but go to the website. It's a little link on there to say sign up for updates. Sign up and we'll get you an email, get you on the list. If you're interested, we'll get you on the team, because it's always teams looking for additional players.
Hey, send it to me, Joe. I can use some help.
Okay. I got you.
My knees would fall apart if I joined.
So now
I got a bad knee, dude. Long time, bad knee.
So now let's switch up speeds to the Bears. How is your Bears fan doing?
So right now I'm sitting at about a 6, because I feel that they go in the right direction, and I'm gonna give it time. I'm gonna give I don't even know his name.
Ryan Poles.
I'm gonna give him some time to do what he's trying to do. But as of right now, we need a lot of shit. So I would prefer us to not do. Please don't give up no draft picks for anybody, so we can have enough draft picks. We need to keep those as much as possible. We need to be trading away Robert Quinn for something, but that's.
I don't know, Joey, man. You got a couple guys on here that want DK so bad. They willing to give up some draft picks for him, man.
I would listen to see how much they would want for him. If they're gonna tell me a 1 and a 2,
I'm not giving up draft picks. I'm waiting for free agency.
Yeah, we gotta wait.
Yeah, but they can franchise tag him.
So why I gotta be? But
you don't have to sign it.
Are the Bears gonna do something this year?
Then you don't get paid.
No, they shouldn't. They shouldn't try to do anything this year.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Why?
They're gonna try to be competitive.
Well, you want them exactly. You want them to be competitive.
Nope.
If they only win 3 games, I ain't gonna care. But all I want to see is Justin Field progress.
Right. But
that is the only thing I want to see.
I agree with that. And DK will help with that, but he also will eat into that salary cap next year that we got this.
Well, he's gonna. We have a lot of salary cap next year.
Right, but I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat into none of that. Maybe it's a better receiver, because I don't know if DK is that receiver.
I mean, I like him, but I don't think he's all that.
I don't know.
Like, I don't think he's a $25 million a year receiver.
The rumor, Joe, that I'm hearing is it's between DK, Terry McLaurin, or Calvin Ridley once he gets off his suspension.
I'll take McLaren. I don't know about no Ridley. He
Ridley's gonna want big money.
Ridley ain't played in like 2 fucking years. Shit.
Who?
Ridley.
Right. That's
Right. He was hurt at the end of last year, and then he's got to sit out this year.
And I think he'll be the cheapest of the 3 too.
Yeah.
But Terry McLaurin's pretty damn good.
So we cut his brother. Now we go draft him. We
didn't even give his brother a chance. That's what irritated me. That was swear word of Chicago right there. Matt Nagy right there did not like Ridley.
We kind of did not give Riley a chance.
Ridley, yeah. Riley.
So what do you Joy? Since you knowledgeable on the Bears, what do you think about Justin Fields? What you think his ceiling is? What do you think in a hierarchy of quarterbacks where he can reach to? Can he be top 5? Can he be top 10?
I mean, he has the potential to be top 5. If he's gonna get there, I see him being maybe a top, like a 7 to 12 range quarterback.
Jay Cutler had
I will take. Don't get me wrong. I will take.
Not bad.
Right.
Yeah.
I just think that's where I think he's going to end up at. I don't think he's going to get much better. And I don't think that's going to be in the next year or 2 years. I think that's maybe 3 or 4 years down the line. But I think he could be a top 7 quarterback in the league.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any comparisons of Justin Fields to who he reminds you of?
I was watching some highlights, and I had a good comparison of him as early years of Cam Newton. early years. Of
Cam ran more though. Justin don't.
Well,
run.
Justin should run more. I'm not saying run a
I
lot,
don't
but I want that to be in his arsenal.
You talking about that rookie year where he threw for 4,000 yards?
Yeah, even it was like his first 2-3 years. He was still a beast.
Now, if I got a comparison, and it's a stretch, but I would say Russell Wilson.
Yeah, he's the other one.
You know what?
Shorter and try to extend plays longer than need be sometimes, but
yes,
Russell Wilson is a little bit bigger and can withhold some of those hits. I don't know if Justin Fields can withhold those hits.
You know what though? Honestly, I think there is no comparison to him. I don't think that there's a player that because you look at it, they say Cam Newton. Well, he's a way better thrower than fucking Cam Newton ever has been with the football.
He's
faster than Cam Newton is. He's faster than a lot of it. I don't think there's a comparison. Like some people sit up there and say Dak. He's faster than Dak. I
don't think
he's got a stronger arm than Dak. You know, when you look at Justin Fields when he came out, I thought that he was a can't miss quarterback. Everybody kept talking about Trevor Lawrence. I said, name me one thing that Trevor Lawrence can do better than Justin Fields.
He was a very similar.
I can't say it.
Yeah,
it was similar. But Justin Fields
there was nothing, but everybody was talking about how Trevor Lawrence was the can't miss, a generational talent. But how? But you got this kid here that does everything that he did, and he's going to beat his ass twice. He beat him once in high school, and then beat his ass in college.
I think we all knew Trevor Lawrence was going number 1, but there was a lot of people who thought Fields was going to go 2. And in my opinion, he is a way higher ceiling than that 6th grader over in New York right now. I'm sorry. He looked like he was a high school kid in that draft. It looked awful.
Oh, God.
He should have rocked out like pinstripe suspenders with.
He does look like a little boy.
Yeah. I thought Fields. With Trevor Lawrence, he could have at least gone number 2. And the fact that he got past 9, and then was it 9? Wasn't that? What was that? Atlanta was 9. Who was the one who had 9?
He got past. We traded up to get him again.
At 11 though.
Yeah.
But somebody who really needed a quarterback, and a lot of people were really upset at 9 who did not get him, and I can't remember who it was. I thought it was Atlanta because they were trading.
I think you're right because they were kind of saying that was the end of Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan, yeah. Matt Ryan was going to get traded, but then they didn't. Yeah.
So, Joey, have you looked at the Bears' schedule?
I've looked at it.
So, tell me what. As of right now, tell me what type of prediction can you give them as far as record-wise?
See, that's hard.
Now, they say it's the second easiest schedule in the NFL this year.
Which kind of stinks because I wouldn't have mind if they only did win 3 games this year and got that high class.
Right, I got them at 5.
5 wins.
5 wins?
I think they're going to be better than you got to look at. This is how I look at it. It's a new offense, so nobody's seen the offense that they're going to be running.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to take time to adjust to it. Mm-hmm. They're not going to lose to Detroit and Minnesota both times. So that's 2 wins right there.
I think they're going to sweep Detroit.
They might. So there we go with 3.
They are. Ain't no Mike.
And then there's number 3. But they still got Houston. They still got both New York teams. They got some weak teams that they're playing. Houston? I don't even know. Lovie Smith.
Yeah, that's what it said. They got Houston. They got the Jets. They got Atlanta.
Houston's defense is actually
solid.
They'll be top 10.
Yeah,
they're like really great. But again, we talking about the Bears traditionally when we're in that rebuild mode. We lose to teams we shouldn't lose to, and then we'll randomly beat the Cowboys. Like, wait a minute, where was this team when we were playing the damn Jets?
Well, let's be honest. The thing about the Bears is, and this is what they do, the years that we don't expect them to do shit, they absolutely sit up there and fucking win. Nagy's first year, we weren't expecting them to do shit. They fucking won. They won their damn division. Come on.
I expected 12-4, but I did expect them to.
We did not expect the Bears to do it. People did not have the Bears to win the damn division, let alone win 12 damn games.
We got Vic Fangio at defense. I said they will put a effort in to win that division.
When Matt Nagy coming off what he did with Mahomes, we like, oh, he's gonna
Wait,
open up.
hold on. So you mean to tell me that y'all expected all this with a rookie fucking coach
You're not listening.
that just sat up there the playoff before, just sit up there, got his ass handed to him, where his coach took the fucking play calling duties from him, and y'all expected.
I still said Vic Fangio.
So then, in that case, then you should be expecting Matt Eberflus to give us 10 or 11 wins.
He might listen. I said with Matt Nagy, we expected the offense to open up more.
Yeah,
I didn't say nothing about wins. I said we expected the offense.
But it's about wins and losses. I get that, but it's still about wins and losses. Ain't nobody see no damn 12 wins coming.
But this is the thing with that 2018 team, though. Matt Nagy did not run an offense like he wanted to in Kansas City. All right, he didn't. They told him that he needs to shorten his playbook. You need to run it through the systems, the pieces that we have, and he was a top 15 offense. Which for that defense that we had, that's great. That is great. Mitchell Trubisky had a pretty damn good year. Pretty good year.
And I'll tell you about that year that they went 13-3.
Yeah, but then Matt Nagy
with Mike Brown and all them boys returning every damn thing. Nobody expected that. We weren't expecting them to be that damn good. They win. They tend to do that shit. When we don't expect their ass to be good, they fucking blow the damn roof off and win so many damn games. We don't get no good draft pick.
I hate to bring this up to you, but that 2018 team, that could have been a Super Bowl team if it wasn't for the double Ds.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
They could have, because that was not a strong NFC in 2018.
Was not.
No, we had the Saints. Drew Brees with the Saints. That was like the only big team that was during that 2018 run.
Joe, I had a comparison. I wanted to pick your brain with everybody else chime in, because Alcorn State, 6'2", 230 pounds, 4.5 40 running Steve McNair, who threw a great deep ball. That's who Justin Fields reminds me of. He's 6'3", 220.
Did you just steal Diop's thunder?
No, I didn't.
Did you just steal Diop's thunder? You just took that right off of Diop's head. You just took Diop. Did you see that, Diop? He stole your stuff.
I promise you, I didn't see that. Well, he knows football.
That's a good comparison, though. When I seen it, I thought about it. That's probably about as close. But didn't he run more?
Well, that's the thing.
He had it in his arsenal. He wasn't
Justin is actually a pocket quarterback.
And he was
Justin is a pocket quarterback.
Yeah, that's a pocket quarterback who can run a 4.4. That's pretty
right. That's what.
And actually, it's actually a 4.3. He actually tripped. He ran like a 4.41 tripping out the damn out the block. So,
well, that's his fault.
Right.
You try catching his ass on that fucking field. Motherfucker's a blur.
Yeah. Be more careful.
Right. But that's who I was making a more comparable comparison to, because, like I said, it's something to be said when your rookie quarterback who has no offense, no first team reps, is like number one in deep throw accuracy. You have something there. And I feel that if you don't like accentuate his positives like Matt Nagy, sorry, Frank, then you're not doing this kid any favors. Joe, you've been playing with a lot of quarterbacks at the elite level. You see what's going on. How does this kid not progress when he's basically like the mold of what you want your quarterback to be?
I blame Nagy for some of it. I'm gonna say 75% of it. But some of that, I'm talking about the offense. Some of that, the receivers are just terrible. Like when I say terrible, I mean can't run a route. You got to be able to run a route, and you have to be able to create separation. If you can't create separation, you in the wrong game.
Yeah.
And what do we always say? Separation a lot of times has nothing to do with speed.
No, 100% it has nothing to do with speed, man.
Well, you know what? I'll probably say about 85% to Nagy, because some of them dumbass are. First of all, you got guys last year that ran fucking 4.2 40s, 4.2s and 4.3s, and you got all these some bitches running curls, fucking curls. The fucking linebackers and DBs just sitting right there. Okay, your dumb ass about to run a curl. I'm just gonna sit right here. Go ahead. I'm just gonna sit here and wait for it. He doesn't know how. He didn't know how to scheme his wide receivers open. He didn't let them. He prohibited guys from doing what they do best. You take them and you let them run whatever routes is they strengths, and you put that and you incorporate that into your offense.
Like, and you're throwing a percentage up there. Mine is 98%, Matt.
Hey, thank you.
98% Matt Nagy, because it's kind of like how you said, Foulmouth, like how he utilized his players. You had, in my eyes, a top 3 running back in the NFL in David Montgomery, an absolute beast. You had a horrible offensive line.
That could run block, though.
How many times, like, did he run on a 3rd and 1 or even a 4th and 1, a 4th and 2? You run a delayed fucking draw. How many times do you have to do that? I knew he was going to call those plays before it even happened.
Another thing that I wanted to mention, Allen Robinson, he almost got completely written out of the offense.
He did get written out.
So it almost looked like he gave up on his team. Watch him go over to the Rams and start kicking some ass.
No. I can't let you say that, because his first 2 years he was 100 catch guy, 98.
Yeah, but how does that change from the next year? How you go 2 back-to-back years with 1,000 yards and then you barely got 600 the next year?
But that's why I say that's not all Matt Nagy.
I agree with you on that, Joe. And Robinson got hurt. Robinson got hurt.
He did.
And he got his money, and he was good.
And again, I don't know if this is true.
Oh, he gave up.
What Allen Robinson said on a podcast was Matt Nagy did not say one word to him before he was franchise tagged or after he was franchise tagged. Not one word in the locker rooms, in practice. Before that, when he was under contract with Matt Nagy would take him out to dinner. Matt Nagy would call him on the phone, ask how he's doing. If he did get hurt, he would call and ask. When he got franchise tagged, Matt Nagy never said one word.
So Matt Nagy got his feelings.
I don't know if that's true. Yeah, I don't know if that's true, but that is kind of writing somebody off. And why would somebody even want to put in a damn effort for a coach running that team right now when every single play Allen Robinson was doing was just pass blocking?
Well, see, you know what's so crazy? Mitchell Trubisky said the same shit.
Yes.
He did.
Foles
he said the same
shit. Foles said the same thing.
And we like I said, we live and we learn. But Joe, as far as currently, before we get to the little defensive, if you got time, I want to know, as a receiver, what do you see and what are you expecting out of Velvet Jones?
Velvet.
That dude's name is Bayless. Jones.
I said what I said.
You didn't even stutter on that one.
Yeah,
so
we know what we're talking about, though. I'm gonna be honest and say I can't even comment because I haven't even watched no film on him.
Okay.
I haven't even seen probably the few highlights they showed on draft day, and that's about it. So I can't even comment.
That's what everybody else saw too.
Right. So give me ask me in a few weeks or when it get closer to the season.
The sad thing
for my fantasy team.
So did that pick kind of like make you wonder, like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
The only reason
trust the system. That's all you can do right now.
Only reason I'm not questioning it is because Poles is a recruiter.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was his original job, right?
Maybe he knows something we don't know from when he recruited when he was doing stuff for Kansas City. Maybe he was on a list and he's seen something in him that he wants. I don't know. Now, I don't know if it's the best pick. I don't know if that's the route I would have went, but
I know, like from what we hear is Fields, Gatz, and Poles were watching film all together on him, and they all liked him. So, but I mean, you can go and watch films. I mean, maybe it's because I'm not that into football as I'm into football, but that detailed stuff that Poles and those recruiters are, like, I can watch film and I don't see anything impressive.
Shit, I do.
Like,
that's speed.
That's it. Like, I mean, he's fast, but I don't see good route running. I don't see good.
Well, that's the thing. He doesn't have the complete route tree, which Justin sorely needs right now.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe he does.
Maybe he's the over the top receiver. But I did hear
Newsome was over the top.
No, but
he was over the top.
But I did hear him say they was gonna have him learning the X and the Y. So that's the slot and outside. So if you're learning both of them, That
So
means
they
they plan on
also,
using him heavily.
Joe, they also are trying to put him in the Debo Samuels role.
Everybody says it.
Who? The rookie?
Yeah,
Yes,
Velvet.
that's what they're trying to put. They're trying to put him in the Debo Samuels role. That's like the new thing. But like I tell people, we really had that with Cordell Patterson, and we didn't even do that right.
Because Nagy didn't know how to use that.
I don't know if I like that idea.
I don't like it at all because now it gets real gimmicky, right?
Yeah.
And now you turned your quarterback that's the quarterback into we're gonna try to make some stuff happen for you because you can't make it happen.
Justin
So
Fields better than
if I start seeing that, that's gonna make me nervous.
Yeah.
That maybe something is wrong with Fields that they want to do gimmicky shit.
I think that's more fans that are saying that Debo Samuel thing more than anything. I never really heard a Bear player say that.
Well, they're not going to say that, but
No,
you're always
they're
going to get the most comparison to now because remember when Justin Jefferson came into the league, they were like, "Oh, we've never seen a guy like this before," and they were like, "Yes, you did." Stephon Diggs did the same thing. Look at the numbers.
He was Stephon Diggs.
Look at the numbers. So they do that year after year. But the thing with I'll say his name right, Velus Jones.
Oh, man.
AKA Velvet.
Does not sound right
on that man's name.
It does not sound right coming out of your mouth, though, Jay.
He has a lot to prove than somebody who was route proven, right? I think he's got more to prove. So, are you looking at him as your number 2, Joe? I'm looking at right now. I got to put Mooney and Pringle on the outsides.
Well, Pringle might not be playing.
You know what I'm saying, right? And then you got a 6'5", 40-inch vertical monster who needs to play. St. Brown needs to play. So it's like, is he the one-trick pony? Like, okay, we need to play just to keep the defense honest.
No, I don't think that. I think they're because Pringle's not a long-term solution. St. Brown I don't even know how many years we signed him to, but I'm thinking maybe
they all got 1-year deals, didn't they?
That's what I'm thinking. So I'm saying maybe they're looking at let's put Pringle and St. Brown in front of him so he can learn. He got some veteran receivers to learn in front of. Then next year when you gone, now you're the number 2 receiver behind Mooney. And then when we got this free agent money, we're gonna go get somebody else, whoever the free agents the next year are.
So you're not playing a long game with him, you're playing a developmental game with him.
Right.
Yeah, but he's already 25 years old. Let's not forget
I know, that's
there's
the
not too
problem,
much
too.
development.
That's what I'm saying. He can't really play the long game right now.
Yeah.
So.
That's why I said this year is this your one learning year. Next year you got to be ready to go. By year 3, you're gone.
I agree. I mean, if anything, this could be his halfway through the season learn it year. Like we need it 25 years old already. We need to catch him. He needs to catch on quicker.
Hey, we and Flag me and me and VT go. Our team go way back. We got a thing on our team. We say we sink or swim instructors. Throw him out there. Either you're gonna sink or you're gonna swim. What's the worst that can happen? He ain't getting paid that much. If he sink, well, time to draft another receiver.
You know what you got up front.
We hit the jackpot.
I like that, Joe. I like that.
Joe, before we let you go, man, what kind of leagues you got for the rest of the year? How can people get involved?
Okay, we got I got a new league coming. That's a new announcement. This is for the North Side. It's we got a North Side league starting on Wednesdays. It's more of a recreational league. It's not going to be the competitive as the A2 that everybody knows about, but it's a league that is up and ready to go. We're going to be at, I think it's Lakeview. I think that's the name of Lakeview High School on North Ashland. So we got that coming soon. We got 5s getting ready to start in a couple of weeks, actually. A couple of 2s. It's going to be on Tuesday nights at 23rd and State at NTA.
Co-ed 5s?
Co-ed,
NTA down there on Cermak?
Yeah, on 23rd and State. Yep. At the
I didn't know you played down there, Joe.
Yeah, we just new this year.
Oh, okay.
Then we got, 7's going to be coming back. 7 co-ed going to start back up on August the 7th. So registration will be opening for that soon. That's probably the league. If anybody's looking to join, I would say join that league so you could get used to the games. It's easier for us to find you a team that way, and you can get accommodated to the league. What else we got? We got a big tournament coming up in July 9th and 10th out in Carroll Stream. We're expecting 30-something teams. So a couple teams from out of town and stuff. It's going to be all different styles. So it's going to be 8-man, 7 co-ed. We're trying to get women's because we didn't have a women's season this year. I don't know if that's going to pan out, but we're trying to get women's. Then we're going to have 5 co-ed and 5 man.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's pretty much for the year. We don't have a tournament in November at Hales. Hopefully, either Hales or NTA. We haven't decided yet.
You gonna have any kind of indoor leagues?
Yep, indoor hopefully we'll be kicking back up in December. Hopefully COVID stay far away, because last year we had to cancel and we had quite a controversy because people wanted their money back and it was already a couple weeks in. They got credits though, so. But
no, you handled that like a boss, man. You handled that great.
Yeah, we that should be starting in December at the Plumas Center out in West Plumas.
Any basketball or talent shows?
We do. I guess it ain't too many people listening, probably.
No, they listening.
No, they listening.
We want to listen.
Or you can just tell me later, Joe.
No, I'm putting together something. I've been putting it out there because I'm getting closer. So it's helping me push me because I put it out there. It'll push me to do it. But I'm trying to put a Hall of Fame together, Chicago Flag Football Hall of Fame. So
really,
this goes back. I got stats going back to 2011, either 10 or 11. So I'm putting it together. It's taking a lot longer than I expected it to get all the data together, but it's definitely something that's coming soon. So that if it plans out right, we'll be having like a Hall of Fame things maybe early 2023.
Wow,
okay.
Nice.
Fun stuff, man. Yeah. And I know during the NFL season, a lot of these dudes get that itch. You know, they feel like since they played in high school or whatever, they want to come out and they want to play some football. So,
come on out.
Next to go 8-2.
Come on out. I tell you now, come out if you really want to see, because the playoff matchups that hasn't been released yet it is some matchups out of this world. This might be the best matchups in the first round I've ever seen. And how they're gonna play into each other, it's gonna just be some nice matchups.
Wow, better than the USFL.
Yeah, we definitely get higher ratings.
Competitive for sure.
We definitely get higher ratings.
Yeah, watching those girls is something else, man.
Just in case if USFL is out there listening or somebody that could do that, we ready to go on TV.
Hey, TV deals, anybody that's watching, listening, TV deals, holla at Joey. Definitely.
Please, we want to.
But Joey, thanks for taking the time to holla at us, man. And good luck with everything. Good luck with the football leagues. Good luck with the national flag football thing. Man, you doing your thing.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Happy to have you,
man, for sure.
Yep.
Talk to you, Joe.
All right, have a good one.
Yep, y'all too.
Great dude, man.
Absolutely.
Great dude. Smart dude, too. Smart, really smart guy. Sharp. Real business savvy. I remember when I first came into the league, he was really helpful in me getting. I actually had a franchise, so I had people play on that team. Yeah, I tried to play too, but these knees they didn't really cooperate. But
you wasn't bad though.
Yeah, I had my moments. Man. But my knees was like, nah, you gotta sit your ass down. You gotta sit your ass down. But yeah, man. JB, you got some knees made of steel or something. I don't know how you
wish I had those.
Shit, I don't know. But
good
man,
genetics, the good Lord, and good vitamins.
I blew out my knee at a young age, and it's never been the same since.
Oh man!
So,
baseball?
It was actually playing baseball, yeah, but I was an idiot who had a hockey scholarship, and I had Notre Dame scouting me, signed commitment letter, and blew out my knee. Lost the scholarship.
I'm glad Skylark brought that up.
Frank, I'm sorry
He
to hear
brought
that.
up the Bears need a wide receiver to break that record.
We need a quarterback to throw it.
Yeah, and that's a perfect segue into the next segment that we're going to get to. I posted this maybe 3 weeks ago, and
that was around the time Foulmouth ditched us at the Wiener Circle.
That was Wiener Circle, right? Yeah.
Yeah, when Foulmouth ditched me.
Yep. So, let's go. So, this is what I posted. So this is a list that JB, Frank the Tank, and our guest Ahmad Merritt, Bears alumni, and myself. We all put this together. But really, we were just kind of putting names.
And we were drinking too.
Yeah, and we were drinking too. So I'm sure a lot of people, and I know a lot of people posted that they weren't happy. They weren't happy with this.
I know one individual for sure wasn't happy.
List of names.
Yeah, I heard that individual.
We're not going to talk about that one individual. We're not going to talk about that, but we are going to talk about how we are going to rearrange this list, what additions need to be made, and what subtractions. One big addition, well, actually two big additions that people were petitioning for is Marty Booker.
Yeah, I agree.
He's one.
I don't think 9 or 10 should be on this list, honestly, in my opinion.
You don't think 9 or 10 should be on this list?
No.
Then you don't watch the Chicago Bears.
I do watch the Chicago Bears.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Johnny Knox makes the list if we're talking about a fan favorite that everybody loved, but I don't think he makes my top 10.
So,
go ahead.
And go ahead. Number 9. You said number 9 doesn't make the list?
I'll put it to you like this. It's two guys that's not on this list that should be on this list.
Marty Booker.
I got two as well.
Alshon Jeffrey.
That is my 2.
People were definitely lobbying for both of those. Actually,
well, you know what? I mean, people can lobby for him. I had to put Allen Robinson on it. Hold on, what you talking about? You name me besides Brandon. Name me besides Brandon Marshall. Maybe Jeff Graham. Who else had back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons for the Bears?
And that was
now, see, the thing about me, look here. I know we got people on here that we going ahead as guests or whatnot, but shit, I'm keeping it fucking 100. There's some players on here that shouldn't be on this motherfucker. It's simple as that.
But you have to keep in mind, it's not all about stats.
It's not, but shit, I mean, still, the man had 90 fucking catches and over 1,000 yards, and y'all ain't gonna put him on there
with no offense.
You got Brandon Marshall, who was arguably the best Bears wide receiver that they ever had. Statistically speaking,
he is right.
Yes. He was probably the best Bears wide receiver because he's going to have more yards and probably more touchdowns than anybody. But Willie Gault is number one. Willie Gault that couldn't catch a.
You don't ever listen. He said the list was more or less just put together. It's not completed. Just because Willie Gault is number one does not mean we think he's the Bears' best receiver. That's just when we're placing them as we're taking this journey to figure out the top 10.
And Foulmouth, to answer your question, Brandon Marshall, if you were talking about the best regular season Bears wide receiver of all time, Brandon Marshall's probably number one. Right. But he never could do anything on any team he has ever been on in the postseason.
That don't mean shit. We talking about the Bears, man.
Yes, we're talking about
the Bears. Tell me, okay, you saying that. So how many Bears wide receivers have done some shit in the fucking playoffs?
Not a lot. But not a lot of them had the talent that Brandon Marshall had.
That's what I'm sitting up there saying. How many Bears wide receivers have done something? Probably, I put it like this. The one guy that you ain't have on the goddamn list, Allen Robinson actually did something in the goddamn Bears playoff. The one fucking playoff game they did have.
Yeah, he did.
But you didn't put his ass on the list, and he had 2 back-to-back 1,000-yard receivers. Yes.
If that's the case, number 9 did something in the playoffs and the game after that and the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, right.
Number 9 did a lot.
Yeah, so we have to move that.
Number 9 did a whole lot. And Chris,
man, look up his damn stat. Has he ever had 1,000-yard receiving year?
Here you go with this.
No, I'm just being honest. Has he not? The playoffs don't mean shit. Has he not?
It's not all about stats. No,
passing wasn't as big.
Has he not?
As he got to the Super Bowl, though, did he help his team get to the Super Bowl?
Why
yeah, I mean, shit, let's be honest. That damn Super Bowl was because of that damn defense. Now, let's not. Hold on. Let's slow down now. Let's quit trying to make it seem like it was Walter Payton and that goddamn defense. Quit trying to make it seem like it was like the fucking pass again.
For Walter Payton. Who
Huh?
blocked for Walter Payton?
You said what?
Who blocked for Walter Payton?
Walter Payton didn't.
Shit, Matt fucking Suey, the offensive line.
They did too.
Come on, man. I told you, y'all fucking reaching, man. Y'all reaching right now. Y'all reaching. You reaching. Hell, Brandon Marshall was one of the best blocking wide receivers in the fucking NFL.
He wasn't better than Dennis McKinnon. He was not better than Dennis McKinnon.
You said what?
Yeah.
Blocking.
Brandon Marshall was not a better run blocker or back blocker at all than Dennis McKinnon.
I don't give a fuck. Dennis McKinnon can't even hold goddamn Brandon Marshall fucking cleats when it come down to receiving.
See, this is why we got to do shows without him.
This is why I can't watch this stuff on work.
I guarantee you do a poll, say who was a better wide receiver, Dennis McKinnon and Brandon Marshall. I guarantee you people gonna say Brandon Marshall. It's not to take nothing away from Dennis McKinnon.
Is Jim McMahon a top 3 Bears quarterback of all time?
We're talking about right here. Did Brandon Marshall help get his team to a Super Bowl?
So
no, he did not. He helped his team get to the goddamn NFC Championship.
But how many yards? If we're gonna go yards type wise, how many yards and catches did he have on that road to the NFC Championship game?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was what?
6 catches total.
Huh?
Between the 2 games, he had 6 total catches.
So fucking what?
He doesn't perform in the postseason.
So because one year in a fucking playoffs, he had 6 fucking catches. You gonna sit up there and tell him, oh, he shouldn't be up there. But a guy that has absolutely can't even came close to his fucking stats. He belongs on there.
Stats. Here you go. Stats.
Super Bowl ring. You talking about that defense got the fucking Super Bowl ring, not fucking Dennis McKinnon.
That's stupid.
Dennis McKinnon wasn't even fucking probably the 3rd fucking option on the fucking team. The fuck out of here. What the shit y'all talking, man?
He was not here when we came up with the criteria. We said stats. We said impact. What else did we say? Production. Stats,
oh my God, you guys are fucking hilarious,
I'm gonna
man.
say this with you. I will agree. I think Allen Robinson should be on the top 10 list as well. I really do think. I think he should.
You guys are crazy. I know, and Allen Robinson ain't did shit either.
Every aspect of a wide receiver, every aspect. We're talking about blocking. We're talking about stats. We're talking about catching. We're talking about running. We're talking about all of that shit. But none of that shit is alone. If we were talking about stats alone, Brandon Marshall would be number 1.
Jay Cutler's the greatest Bears quarterback of all time. If we're talking about
statistically.
So tell me this: what did Dennis McKinnon do receiving in that Super Bowl era? Because I know he was decent on special teams, but what did he do receiving?
Something we'll have to look up. Somebody on the chat.
Yeah, you goddamn right. You're gonna have to look it up, and I bet you ain't that damn impressive.
2 touchdowns. I mean,
he made big catches at big moments.
That season, I think
22 touchdowns. I think he's
what for a fucking career?
It's higher. Yeah, he got 3,000 yards. 22 touchdowns.
Yeah, for his career in Chicago.
Yeah, for his career. I'm talking about
his career.
But y'all come eliminating Brent. Y'all come at Brandon Marshall talking about what he did 1 year in the playoffs. But like I said, go to that playoff year, Super Bowl year, and see what Dennis McKinnon did in the fucking playoffs.
What you're missing.
When was Brandon Marshall in the playoffs?
He didn't do nothing in the playoffs.
What did Dennis McKinnon do in the playoffs?
What you're missing is this.
Receiving wise.
More than
what did he do?
Shit,
what you're missing is this.
Payton.
When you compare eras, you have to do other. You have to compare other things. They didn't throw the ball nearly as much, so that's why we said there's a difference between stats and production. If you only had 10 opportunities to produce and you produce 7 out of 10 times, that's better than somebody that had 1,000 times to produce and he only.
So you tell that to the greats like Jerry Rice. You tell that to some of the good wide receivers back then.
You sound stupid, man. You talking about the GOAT.
How the fuck I sound stupid?
The GOAT's names never come
You
out your
talking
mouth,
about
man.
a fucking guy that set up there and you talking about that fucking block. You talking about, he blocked for Walter Payton. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Just because you
Come
yell,
on, man.
right. You sound
Fucking
stupid.
blocking. We talking about blocking.
You talking about stats.
We talking about blocking. I'm talking about because this motherfucker blocked for Walter Payton.
Let's get back
fuck out of here. Matt Suey blocked for Walter Payton. The offensive line blocked for Walter Payton. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all guys are killing me. And I like Dennis. There's nothing against Dennis. I like Dennis. But y'all talking crazy now.
All right, here we go. We ready?
Not really.
Dennis McKinnon's playoff stats: 8 games, 350 yards only. But he had 4 touchdowns in 8 games.
I'm about to say he
had 4
the
touchdowns
Giants
in 8
up.
games.
He had 2 big touchdowns in the cold against the Giants.
He had his longest passing was 64 yards. He had 4 touchdowns. Yeah, so I mean, he was only targeted 3 times a game. Honestly, his whole career, he was really only targeted 3 times a game. Wow,
Willie Gault was regarded.
And that's why we say
boy.
There's a difference between stats and production.
You guys have Willie Gault as number 1.
No, we
don't.
That's just a list of a top. That is just a list of top 10.
That was just how y'all just had it. Okay,
yes,
y'all didn't have no particular order.
He's not number 1.
Damn, man.
He's not number 1.
He might be
was the first person we named.
Yeah, he was the first person we named because of the Super Bowl ring.
That's it. Like, damn.
But y'all would take Allen Robinson. Y'all didn't put Allen Robinson on there. Why?
I actually voted for Allen Robinson.
I mean, to me,
I was vetoed.
His 3 years here. I mean,
I wouldn't put Allen Robinson on.
He wouldn't be a top 5 for me, but he would be in my top 10 at least. And Alshon Jeffries, honestly.
Now that one I could get because remember
we don't like Alshon. A lot of people don't.
You keep talking about back-to-back years. There's a couple of Bears. Marty Booker had back-to-back 2,000 years. Alshon had back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. There's a couple Bears that actually did
Alshon. I don't think Alshon did. Alshon did.
Do you want to bet?
Brandon Marshall did.
Do you want to bet Alshon Jeffrey had back-to-back 1,000-yard receivers? Yes.
Look it up, Frank.
I don't gotta look it up. I know.
That's
his first year he did it, he was a Pro Bowler. His first year he did it, was a Pro Bowler.
Wait, are we talking about Alshon Jeffrey or Allen Robinson?
Alshon Jeffrey.
Alshon Jeffrey. Did he have back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons? I don't think he did.
Look up shit.
Where are you, motherfucker?
Get a fan.
I think
that's a good time to go to a commercial. While Frank looks that up.
No, we could
quick pee break.
We could take a commercial, a quick bathroom break.
Yeah. He's got to empty that bladder.
I don't want no commercial.
He just wants to get this answer.
I don't want no goddamn commercial. Well, how about we just have the shorter commercial? Damn, I gotta run fast.
All right, here we go. And yes, he was right.
There was a time when high standards prevailed, when excellent craftsmanship was displayed and treated with the utmost importance. Acquire the crisp, refreshing taste of Moore's Beer. Moore's Beer. Raise your standards.
And then
Who was right?
Right when I'm talking, we go to commercial.
Who was right?
JB was right.
Of course I'm right.
JB, so in 2013, he had 1,421 yards and 7 touchdowns. In 2014, he had 1,133 and 10 touchdowns. And then
I was going off. I said 7 touchdowns and 9 touchdowns.
And then he had 2 straight. Then he had 2 straight years of 800 plus.
With a couple of games, he missed an injury because he couldn't get the hamstring.
He only in 2015 he only played 9 games.
But y'all didn't put him on there. Y'all didn't put him on there.
I honestly think with Elshon, that was the liquor talking on that one because a lot of people didn't like him and his glass ankles.
But like I said up there, it's not about anything personal. It's just about.
But that's what I'm
be real. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's about. It's about being real. It ain't shit personal. I don't care who we have come on here.
Okay.
The thing is this: if you not real,
Elshon should be on there.
So
Elshon should be on there. So should be fucking Allen Robinson.
So then, who is coming off?
I don't
Johnny
think
Knox should not be on this list.
Johnny Knox should be off of there.
Okay.
Shit.
Do we all agree with that?
Yes, love Johnny Knox, but he is an honorable mention.
Does everybody in the chat agree with that? Or you all don't give a shit? JB, what do you say?
I mean, again, we said impact production. I think Johnny Knox was on his way. He was just shy. I want to say like
he had an injury,
like 3 yards shy. He had like 997 or something like that. 3 yards, a couple yards shy.
I'm not looking that up too, man.
You don't have to. I'm pretty confident that he was a tick away. I honestly, if you all took Johnny Knox off, I wouldn't be mad. I would have to say Jeff Graham would be the one for me because I didn't agree to Jeff Graham because I felt that Marty Booker should have been a part of it.
Okay.
So Jeff Graham was never my pick.
Okay.
Everybody else, I'm pretty solid with.
So we insert Marty Booker.
Mm-hmm.
Take
another guy that had back-to-back 1,000-yard season. Chris, you want to bet me again?
And I'm really on the edge with Allen Robinson. Like I don't know who I would take off.
All right, so we're taking off Jeff Graham. We're inserting Marty Booker.
I mean, I also think Marcus Robinson had one good year.
He had one great year, and he had Cade McNown.
Yeah, he had one great.
He had one great year. I mean, like I said, we gonna keep it funky. Let's keep it funky in this motherfucker.
So if we're putting Elshon in, we taking out Johnny Knox.
We could take out Johnny Knox. You could take out Marcus Robinson. I mean, like right now, you look at this list.
Taking out Marcus Robinson. I don't know if you.
Marcus Robinson, if I'm not mistaken, is a top 5 Bears yardage receiver of all time.
Yeah. I don't know about.
Yeah, but he only had one great year. I mean, he probably stayed. How many years was he with the Bears?
Maybe not number 5. Maybe not number 5, but he's definitely on this list.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he had a lot of injuries.
Absolutely.
With the Bears
I know that he had a lot of injuries. That's nobody. If we going talent wise, then he should damn sure be up there as far as talent wise. But we talking about production. This is what you guys. This is the criteria. You talking about production or you talking about talent?
We said stats, impact, production.
Okay, so like I said, he had one good to great year, and then after that,
he had a decent amount of touchdowns during his not so great yardage years, though.
But here's what we're saying: the impact of what a Marcus Robinson did with Cade McNown, in my opinion, is greater than what an A-Rob did when he had the ball thrown to him 150 damn times.
When he put up that 1,400 yards, who was his quarterback?
Cade McNown.
That was Cade McNown was 1,400 yards. Yeah, damn, dude, that's a Hall of Fame.
Hey, you want to bet?
Check this out. Diop said Jeff Graham has to come off because he was only here 2 seasons.
Well, that's what I said. Jeff Graham was.
Yeah, I agree. Jeff Graham
wasn't that the case with Bobby Ingram?
Bobby Ingram, I think, was 3 seasons.
I thought he was 3.
Yeah, I think he was 3 seasons. Bobby.
2, 3.
It's still not that big of a difference. But I mean, Elshon Jeffrey was here. What? Only 4, 5?
4, but so a lot of times
we never had a long wide receiver.
Okay, so where are we drawing the line then?
I still agree Jeff Graham shouldn't be on that.
We're talking about longevity now. So where are we drawing the line? You can't be on this list if you haven't played how many years?
One great year. One, I mean, foul mouth going with the Marcus Robinson type thing. Yes, he only had one great year, but you also got to look at the quarterbacks he had. He still was a very good. I know we're all going to yell about it, but he was a very good blocking receiver.
Impact on the team matters.
Agreed. He was always double coverage because they had no wide receiver on his other side. Like he always brought like a
thank you, Skylar. Impact. Thank you, Scott. See, it's some intelligent people out here. Thank y'all.
But I think still Jeff Graham should be off the list. Same with Johnny Knox should be off the list. And I mean, if we're going to throw Allen Robinson in that list, we haven't decided that yet. But I mean, then yeah, maybe Ingram. Since he only had 2 years, or was he 3 years? Was Ingram?
That's why I said look. Well, I don't have nothing to look it up with because I'm on the computer. I want to say Bobby Ingram.
I want to say 2.
But we've even heard out of Penn State that other receivers learned how to run their routes precisely because of Bobby Ingram.
He brought an impact to the game.
So that's impact.
Ahmad said that.
That's impact. But he wasn't the only one that chimed in about Bobby Ingram. So, again, when I look at Jeff Graham, when I think of Jeff Graham, I'm sorry, I don't think Bears, I think Pittsburgh.
Oh, wow. Bobby Ingram was 1, 2, 3, 4. He was there 5 years. Damn.
He was.
Okay.
5 years.
But he never had a 1,000-yard season, but he had 2 very close to 1,000-yard seasons. But other than that, all his other seasons were pretty bad.
And I bet you he had a bunch of third down catches for first down.
Yeah, that I'm sure is not going to show on the stats, though.
But that's what I mean by impact and production.
Yeah. He had rushing touchdowns, too.
That's different than, I got it. That's different. If you look at let's look at a guy like a Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill checks all 3 boxes, right? We would all agree, right?
Yeah.
I agree.
But a guy like
he won't be this year
at that time may not check all the boxes statistically, but he'll check some impact when it's in the return game, right?
Right.
He'll have some production on third down, especially when they're double coveraging Tyreek Hill or letting the safety come down on him, and they got a linebacker or a nickelback on Travis Kelce. He becomes valuable in his third down production, correct?
So if we're talking about a 3-year minimum, then we definitely got to revamp this list.
Yeah.
Because
that only takes out Johnny Knox because he played 2 years and 3 games. And then that takes out Jeff Graham because he was only here 2 years, right?
Yeah, I would say
that takes out Jeff Graham.
Jeff Graham and Johnny Knox should be off.
Everybody else has more.
Marcus Robinson had 1 year where he had 1,400 yards, and then he had 1 year where he had 700. After that, he ain't come close.
Who?
Who?
Marcus Robinson.
Marcus Robinson. Yeah, I already looked that up too.
I think Marcus Robinson had more of an impact though, and for that reason, I think that he should be on.
He had did any of his teams go to the playoffs?
No.
Yeah,
but I
don't think he's ever had even a top 30.
So then you can make an argument that he's not top 5, but he definitely
might make my 10
to be on
9,
this
10.
list.
But yeah, we'll have to get the 10 and then we'll make the list in rank.
Well, that's what I said. Right now, we're just trying to get the 10.
Yeah,
this is not in order. There's
no question Allen Robinson should be on here and Johnny Knox should be off. That is the clear cut I feel is a fact. And I think Jeff Graham should be off too. And we'd probably throw Marty Booker on it as well. That'd be my suggestion.
So,
and Allen Robinson, I mean, if you're going to throw off another one, I'm trying to think who.
Yeah, who?
I mean, if that's the case, then, I mean, if you're talking about impact player, I mean, even what Foulmouth said, you might take Allen Robinson over Marty Booker. But Marty Booker was a better all-around player.
Yeah, I'm not taking Allen Robinson.
Marty Booker is a better all-around player. Allen Robinson was a better receiver, but Marty Booker had a better impact, I feel. My opinion, but
yeah, I'm not taking.
But I don't know the other top 10 I would take off for Allen Robinson to get on that list.
Man, y'all fucking crazy. Y'all fucking crazy.
You don't know shit, man. You know this.
So we'll have a different list. Next time we'll have a different 10, and we still not put them in order. Those numbers just count to 10.
We spent like 45 minutes debating that top 10. I feel like, damn.
So we need to hurry up and get to these Tanks topics.
All right.
We ain't got no music for it.
Yeah, we got to figure out something.
At least not yet.
Yeah, I'll have to figure out something to throw up there. One of my white songs I'll have to throw up there.
So y'all telling me that Allen Robinson ain't gonna make the list?
He's still on that.
But we're gonna still discuss it. I think we ran out of time.
Okay. I'm gonna drop this because you keep harping on somebody. His best statistical year.
You don't like him. That's what it is. You don't like him.
His statistical year was with Jacksonville. He didn't give us that.
What are you talking about? Yeah, he had 1,400 yards. He still gave us 2,000 yards.
I want us
2,000 yards.
On our podcast.
What are you talking about? We don't have receivers that do that too often.
We need to put on our podcast page, does Allen Robinson make the top 10 Bears wide receivers in all times? And I want to see what everybody on our podcast page votes.
All right,
let's get a vote for that.
Let's do
that. Yeah, we're gonna get a vote for that, and then we'll talk about that next week to see if he makes it.
Cool. So
because
now
he's up there.
So now can we move on to the next segment, please?
And this was discussed earlier before it got brought up, but I actually did get actual statistics for this, which is embarrassing. The pathetic thing that we are calling the NBA Finals right now. Yesterday's game, we had 11 total flops. So far in 5 games, I have physically watched every single game, and I have counted what my opinion of a flop is. 38 flops in 5 games.
38?
38.
God damn.
It is a flat-out embarrassment what this NBA has become. And my opinion, I know I was talking to you about it earlier, JB. I would like them to start finding people for flops again because this is just ridiculous. And I'm not throwing out any specific names, but their usual Draymond Green flops every single time. That other I have a brain fart. What's the guy in Boston who's always the similar type player to Draymond?
Marcus Smart.
Smart, thank you. Flops 300 times a week. Like he probably practices flops in his sleep. Like, but even all the players that he's D'ing up against flops. Like, you can't move your arms without somebody waving their head around pretending like they got hit in the face. So that was my quick fact that I wanted to state. All those flops in a matter of 5 games just makes the NBA look so damn soft. It is embarrassing.
Can I add something there, Frank?
Add it.
How dare people have the audacity, the nerve, the unmitigated gall to say that this is better than 90s basketball?
It's not even in a comparison. Like,
thank you, Scott. What did we say earlier? Flop three.
Yeah, that's the game. Flop them. I get fouled. Now I'm going to shoot threes. If it ever came down to anybody, and I will fight this to anybody to the day, any team in this era going up against any freaking 90s teams with their rules, they wouldn't even make it past the first quarter of basketball because they would be destroyed. And as much as everybody wants to harp on LeBron James being great, all right, LeBron James would get destroyed in that 90s era. Do I feel like he can adapt? Yeah, he probably can. He's a big, strong guy and everything like that. But he's always going to throw his arms up, crying that he got fouled, like pretty much every superstar in the NBA does. And I love the NBA. I still watch it all the time, love the sport, love the fast pace of the game, but it's coming to the point where they need to figure out something with these flops because it's just an embarrassment.
Well, didn't Adam Silver early on in the year, they came out with something as far as with that whole, I guess it's the Trae Young, and who else does that damn move?
That was a great move. That was a great decision.
But they stopped calling it.
The DeMar DeRozan pump fake for
and then jump into people. Right.
You can't lean into them and shoot.
No. They stopped that other rule, like where they sit up there and they come off a screen or they dribble, and then all of a sudden they just stop and then they throw some shit up because the player chasing them.
That was still the waiting for them to jump into.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Fall into them while they're shooting.
Well, see, they weren't jumping into them. All they were doing was just stopping on a dime and having them run into the backup.
If you look at that, they're still doing that in the postseason.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That was the whole thing. In the beginning of the year, they stopped that because James Harden used to do that shit too. And that's why his stats were suffering so much early on in the year. But then they started getting lenient on it.
So
and now you got Fox all over the damn place.
James Uncle Harden could not do anything in this era because he came to camp eating all those Doritos, looking like a fat little pig. Like literally, my uncle probably is in better shape.
That's all that strip club food he was eating.
Oh, absolutely. You can blame the beard possibly for making him look fatter, but those rules killed his game.
Speaking of the strip club,
killed his game.
But different rule changes. I'm sorry, rule changes. Different referee crews call those rules changes different. Game 3, if you remember. I'm sorry, game 4, if you remember. Steph Curry did a lot of that. He had a 4-point play where he got hit in the back. Last night, he did it. He looked for it. They didn't call. They were like, no, you can't do that. So a lot of the referees have to call the task too because they're getting caught up in the superstar. Like, he's a superstar. He should get the call. They're getting caught up in a lot of that. And which I'm glad, even though he had a horrendous shooting night. Like, this was the game we knew, Chris, you noticed. This was the game we knew he was going to have eventually.
Oh yeah,
he wasn't going to hit anything. We knew this game was coming. We did.
I mean, he's been known to do it in the finals. That's him and Klay Thompson's MO.
Like
they do that in the finals sometimes. They'll sit up there have games where they are completely non-relevant.
All you do is take 100 threes.
Can we really sit up here and say Steph Curry is an elite playoff MVP caliber player? Because I don't see it.
He's a playoff, yes.
Wait, what?
He's playoff, yes.
Sorry, the
finals. He's not all. He can be shaky in the finals. In the playoffs, yes. In the finals, he can be shaky.
Clutch performances in the finals. This is why he's never won a Finals MVP. And I know
I disagree with that. And here's why. The first finals they won, he averaged 26, 5, and 5. He should have won it. They gave it to Iguodala, and LeBron damn near averaged a triple-double. Like, literally, he was 1 assist away from averaging a triple-double.
Yeah.
So you're talking about Iguodala did a great job defending. What, you stopped the man from averaging 40? He averaged 30.
He did put up like 15, 16 points a game as well as putting up those great defenses.
But still, he shouldn't have been the MVP.
No, I agree. He should.
26, 5, and 5. If you look at the statistics, it's only a couple of people that average that in the finals.
But he's never put up dominant numbers in the fourth quarters.
Until this finals, which
I don't think ever.
No, look it up. This
I will
finals,
have to look that up.
this finals,
I will have to look
Steph Curry is the odds-on favorite for MVP. Look what he's done this finals.
I don't see any player in any of these NBA games is a clear-cut MVP for the finals. Steph Curry had one great game, and that was that game. That was that game 4. Oh, he had a good game. No, he didn't have a good game 1.
Tomorrow,
you're talking about because he had 43 game 4.
Game 4.
Right. He also had 35 game 3,
game is tomorrow.
Game 1. It's Thursday.
Okay.
Thursday.
And like 26, 27, 28, something like that game. So he's averaging over 30 points prior to last night's performance. So he's actually been carrying the Warriors. Klay has let's get it out.
Klay had a big fourth quarter last night.
Draymond Green, king of the quadruple single. You had a good game because you had 8, 8, and 6.
That's what he does, though. I mean, he's not going to give you.
I don't want to get it.
You want him to give you more points, but
hey, Frank, I knew a guy in Chicago that came over here that they compare him to.
That's
and
right.
At least that man gave me double-digit rebounds.
That 100%, yeah, 100%. And like when it comes down to Draymond, and I'm not even going to go as far as
he's not a Hall of Famer. Tell him I said it. Put me on his podcast. He's the Hall of Very Good.
Right now, in my opinion, the Golden State Warriors they're up 3 games to 2. Yes, They didn't earn these 3 wins. Boston killed themselves.
Turnovers.
Jason Tatum had, after what, game 1 or maybe his first 2 games, he hasn't done shit.
Hold on. Y'all talking about the same Jason Tatum that these guys were ready to put on a fucking pedestal? I told people, everybody, oh, Jason Tatum's a superstar. No, he is not.
Jason Tatum is
I don't care.
He is getting there. He's not
Jason Tatum is what Jason Tatum is. Jason Tatum got some games where he looks like he's playing superstar, like he is a fucking superstar. Then he got some games where it's looking like he's a damn very good 6-man. He does that. That's been him so far in his entire career. That's how he is. Jason Tatum got some games he'll show up. He got some games where he fucking disappear. It's that simple. That's how he is. He is not a fucking superstar. They were all ready to label him a superstar. He is not a fucking superstar.
That's because Jason Tatum label around too much, don't you? We throw that superstar. We throw that superstar label around too much.
Yeah, all you gotta do is have a good fucking series, and then you're a fucking superstar.
Yeah. James Harden was a superstar. The Franks and say you can be a star, right? You can be a star, like Andrew Wiggins got his first All-Star appearance. Is Andrew Wiggins a superstar? No,
he shouldn't have got that. The All-Star game's a joke anyway.
But he's a star. He's a former #1 pick who's coming.
Go ahead, T.
He's a star.
So why don't we just pick this shit up next week or something after Golden State wins the series?
Yeah, let's get some Bears and some Bulls next week because they do
Boston in 7. I still got it.
After Golden State wins the series, then we'll talk about this shit some more. Why don't
NHL playoffs start tomorrow? The Stanley Cup Finals start tomorrow.
Oh shit! I can't wait for that.
Yeah, smart ass. Hey, you want to hear another funny Frank's little tank topics here? Next year will be 30 years that a Canadian team has not won the Stanley Cup.
Woo, shit.
30 years that they have not won the Stanley Cup.
Oh, Canada.
Right?
Wow.
Go US. Go. Even though half of the team is freaking, Canadians. And
what was it? Was it Toronto Maple Leafs the last team that won it?
Toronto Maple Leafs is the biggest choke artist in NHL.
It's the Edmonton Oilers and Wayne Gretzky, right?
The last team who won it? No, it was the Montreal Canadiens in 92.
Yeah, the Canadiens.
And they still had Patrick Roy, I think, as their goalie.
Patrick Roy, R-O-Y.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about none of that shit.
Stanley Cup Finals guaranteed to flop. That was cute, Scott. There's no flops in hockey. They take sticks to the jaws, they lose teeth, they pull it out on the bench, they go back out there and play.
Yeah, that's some real crazy shit they do.
They're freaking.
Can you imagine being a dentist for a hockey team?
Funny story on that one. When I was in college, I got my tooth.
God damn it!
Quick one. I got my tooth knocked out when I played college hockey, and literally they asked me, "There's all right, we got to stitch it up because it gashed out my entire lip and everything too." Guy just elbowed me in the jaw and just gashed out my entire lip. And they asked me if I wanted to stop. I said, just medically glue that shit shut, stop the bleeding, and get me back out there. I was out there in 5 minutes.
God damn.
My mom, who was at the game, one of the first college games that she went to, as funny as it sounds, calls our dentist and be like, oh, emergency visit? Yeah, you guys on your way now? She's like, no, that dumbass is finishing the fucking game. So I finished the game and I went to the dentist at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Wow. Damn, man.
12 broken bones, 7 scars.
Hockey players are tough.
6 concussions.
They tough as fuck. They're tough as hell, man. I would not fucking play hockey if you told me I could win $1 million. Fuck that shit.
Dangerous sport.
I'll just be Poe. I'll be Poe. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm not playing hockey. But let's get into these shout outs so I can go get me a burger or something. Because I'm hungry.
I'm gonna say, I know your ass either had to piss or eat, one of the two.
I'm hungry than a motherfucker.
Hey, T, North Carolina got some good barbecue.
Yeah, they do.
I heard that. Yeah.
Problem is, they all be closing it.
Yeah, it is 10 o'clock at night. Yeah.
Room service, brother. Room service.
Yeah, but room service here.
They got good barbecue at room service? Or they feeding you microwave shit?
That shit ain't good.
Got it.
Microwaved fish. Here we go.
He needs some stuff to look like a closed down storefront with the smoke coming out the back. That's the good cue.
Right. Barbecue here. Let me just rub some barbecue sauce on a microwave chicken nugget. There's your barbecue.
that would be it. That would be the extent of the barbecue here. Yeah. But Tank, why don't you go ahead and kick off the shout outs?
All right. Shout outs. Shout out to our two guests. Great guest on here. Love the flag football. I would die in flag football. My knees just won't hold up to play that sport.
You tough as nails. You got your whole mouth knocked out.
Yeah, but a knee's a different story. Even though when I had that bad knee, I just taped it up every single game and kept playing. But yeah, you got a point there. Other guests, Mexico diehard Bear fans with all those fans, all those likes. That's awesome. I am so dead on with that fan page to get him out here to Chicago to watch a game. I am in on that one. Count me in. All the shout outs on that chat was lit, man. My God, I'm looking at the comments right now. I can't even name all these people, man. Jesus, Diab is always one of our tops, man. Love having you on here. Skylark, love it. Everybody on here. Scott Hopkins shows up late, ripping my hockey. At least he hated bronze, so it's all good on that one. I guess that cleans it out. Other than that, love you guys. Love being on here. And yeah, that's all I got.
How about C?
I want to shout out to our two guests, Loki, Joey, for coming out, showing love, giving us input on what they got going on, and also what they think about our beloved Bears. Shout out to the chat, everyone that was showing love, voicing their opinions. That was great. Shout out to John's mom. Hi, Mom. Shout out to my mom. She was watching. Hi, Mom. Shout out to all our family and friends. Shout out to you three fellas. Love going on here, getting back and forth, even when it get heated. God damn it, I love it.
That's what debates are, man. That's what debates are.
Shout out to the kiddies. One of them, she wanted to come on here and say something, but her ass in the bed, which is good because now ass ain't on punishment. Shout out to Chicago, the good weather. That shit was hot as hell today.
It was too hot.
Don't you take this shit back down to 70. It's gonna be 70 in a couple days, so don't worry about it.
I'm good with
She bipolar as hell. Shout out to any and everybody listening. Shout out to our Mexico family that came out to show love.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Come out every time, guys.
Shit. I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. I'm done. John.
JB, you Playboy.
So obviously, shout out to moms who we just waved to. I'm gonna take this time.
Diab. No, Diab.
No. What did Diab say? I missed it.
No. He still makes the top 10. If he didn't get injured, he would have been.
That's out of here, Diab.
No shot on that one.
So I'm gonna take this time to grandstand. Shout out to Jordan Bowles. You can see that. AB honor roll for the whole year.
Wow.
Including third quarter and fourth quarter. Straight A's.
Awesome.
Straight A's.
Awesome.
Third quarter, fourth quarter, straight A's.
All right.
We're gonna do the stats like Dad.
Good job.
So I'm so proud of my son. I had to give him a special shout. I told him I was gonna do something special for him. So thank y'all for allowing me to do that.
That is awesome.
Chat was lit. Don Burr. I'm gonna say this like I said before. You're gonna keep coming in with them slick Detroit comments, brother. I need you on the show so we can talk about something. Because in my estimation, y'all really ain't been shit since Barry Sanders. But I'll pause because I like Calvin Johnson. I love Calvin Johnson.
Oh, absolutely. I was a fan of Matthew Stafford.
Does Detroit even have a podcast? Does Detroit Lions have one?
Maybe Sherry will start one. I don't know. But Don Burr.
It's got to be one depressing ass podcast. It might be
next
called the
fan
Detroit
appreciation.
Rams, if that's
Don
gonna
Bird,
be
we
the
need
case,
you on the show.
That would be a losing podcast.
They'll have to
Maybe
call
not.
it the Detroit Rams podcast. It wouldn't be the Detroit Lions.
Well, not necessarily, because we have some untapped resources in Detroit we might need to get a hold of. So,
Hey, they can always come on here and let's debate.
there you go.
We can have it. We can have a Skip and Shannon show. Let's do it.
No, with Chris, it'll be a Skip and Mad Dog show and Stephen A. Man. That's another story. But
Well, fact of the
I'll say
matter
this
is,
too.
JP.
I'll say this too. I thank anybody that follows our guests, because if you look at what Loki did and all the openings he gave with his 25,000 viewers and his 5 different podcasts, man, that's awesome. All the fans of Absolute Athletics, where Joey Herring raises this, and he shows and listen. Think about it. 25 people times 34 teams. It's a lot of people. So thank you to both of those guests for reaching out and allowing us to share our content with you and your fans. And that's it. Oh, go Michigan State.
Detroit
hell no.
Detroit
Hell no.
baseball, Scott's bringing up.
Fuck that. Hold on. I'm not done with. I need another shout out. Shout out to my Haiti bug. She made the honor roll. Thank you, John, for reminding me of that. Shout out to Harmony. She gone and graduated 8th grade. So proud of her.
All right.
Yeah, and also go blue.
I knew you was going to throw that in.
He's so unoriginal.
JB, I'm on your. I say go green because I hate blue.
Thank
you. That was petty. That was super petty. But yeah, I'm gonna bring up the rear. Pause.
No pause. Wiener circle. No pause.
No pause.
No pause.
So I want to. I don't want to be redundant, but I am. I want to shout out definitely Joey and Loki. They were great guests, and like JB was saying, they shared their stories. Loki shared his story of how he became a Bears fan and how he has all 36 groups. Did he say?
Yeah, that's
32 or 36 groups.
Did not expect that.
With thousands of people. God damn, that is serious, man. He's a serious fan in Mexico. Shit, man. They barely have TVs.
Oh no.
You gotta go there. They got tequila.
They have tequila.
That's some good stuff.
But seriously, yeah, they got TVs. And, no, it ain't. But seriously, man, Loki is a great dude. He's doing big things with all those Bears groups. And check those groups out. They have a lot of good content. They bring up a lot of conversations. So yeah, make sure you check all those out. And then Joey, he's a great guest too. He was a great guest, talking about how he first started in flag football with coming through in the zone, then CBL, then A2. Wow, that was a great story in itself.
Thanks for all the trophies, Joey.
Yeah, JB, shout out to JB for being like the MVP all the goddamn time. Because he pays his money on time. But yeah, shout out to JB though, man. The fucking 40-plus-year-old freak. I don't know what kind of knees you got, man, but I definitely was not blessed.
Shit, he playing the right position.
Shit, man, you gotta be quick. You gotta be quick. You gotta be smart to play that position.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, you playing the right position. Could nobody else play it?
He pulling that Tom Brady shit.
Shout out everybody in the chat. Scott, Mom, Skylark, even Don Bird. You're a troll, but even you. And anybody else,
you're gonna come on here and debate with us, Don, then come on here and talk with us.
Diab, you was on fire as always. Look for things from Diab in the future on the Chicago Clubhouse Network.
Oh, hey T, can you give Edgar and DIJP some love? They were on earlier.
Oh yeah.
Good call.
Our
new friends,
our new buddies from Mexico who are Bears fans. Shout out to you all for jumping in the chat. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate
the love, baby.
We appreciate everybody, even if you chose not to say anything. You are officially a lurker, but we appreciate y'all anyway. So thank you. Anybody following, anybody listening to us, hey, shout out to you. Shout out to you.
love it.
Hi, Mom. She said hi. Skylar, yep. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Appreciate you. Hey, so we have that event coming up, the Moors event on Saturday, June 18th.
Bring me some.
Yep, there you go, right there. But yeah, so Saturday, June 18th, they have that big event on the 99th floor of the Sears Tower. It is not too late to get a ticket. And if you're serious about getting a ticket, we have a discount code. I don't know what the discount is.
Skylark, man. Pop up that Skylark code.
He just said something else.
He ain't say nothing.
Now you gonna make me go look.
You're gonna make me just read it out here. Shout out to Lovey Smith's brother, T-Nick.
He ain't say nothing. All right, Skylark. All right, you got jokes.
Hey, week 3, I need a full beard out you.
Dude, that gray beard, get it.
Yeah,
I need it.
The way my shit is set up, I'm not gonna be able to do that.
I mean, I guess you are looking like the winning Lovey Smith when he was winning with the Bears, not like the scruffy Santa Lovey Smith who couldn't even win at U of I.
Hey man!
Oh, stop! Okay, that's for another show.
Didn't he beat Michigan?
He beat some. He did.
No, he did not beat Michigan.
This
he did.
discussion is for another podcast.
He beat some good teams, but then he's going to lose the Appalachian Ace.
God damn it! I'm still trying to do shout out. Yeah. Shout out Moore's Beer. God damn it! They having that event on Saturday. Like I was saying, we got a discount code. If you want to go, just hit one of us. We'll give you the discount code. Yeah, and then July 2nd, Saturday, July 2nd, we have a Chosen Few picnic. It's $70 or $60, but it'll be worth it. We're gonna have food. We're gonna have barbecue. We might have some
barbecue.
We might have some prizes out
Friday
there.
after next.
So definitely check that out if you can. And family, if I have any blood family in here, I appreciate you for watching. I wish you would say something so I can acknowledge you by name. But yeah, I probably don't have no blood family in here. But I consider everybody in the chat family. You may not be blood, but you're still family for us. We appreciate all y'all coming and listening to our nonsense. And like Foulmouth C was saying, even when it get heated, and it got a little bit heated today. But we like that kind of shit. We petty. We like that kind of shit, man. So y'all got any last words?
Foulmouth's about to go snap on somebody.
Who about to get it?
I see some of those.
It'd be so crazy because I always tell, I say, you want to come on and say nothing? Yeah. And then when it be time, shy shit. Won't say nothing. Damn kids. That's what I told it.
Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
I love that shit. I love that shit.
Yeah, that was some good timing right there.
Ooh, I love that fucking shit, man. So JB, Frank, any last words before we get the fuck out of here?
Come on, you got something to say? You ain't got nothing to say? You ain't got nothing to say?
You on camera now, see, too late.
Come on.
Okay, well, we ain't got nothing to say. I'll leave y'all with this.
You got to decide whether you're a wolf or a sheep.
What you got to say to him?
You got to decide. What you got to say?
The NBA Finals are a bunch of sheeps.
We out. Well, fuck it. We ain't got nothing else to say. We out. This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production.
Go to bed.
Get out of here. Why are you still here?
Why y'all there?
Get.
We done.